Alright. We're back. I guess. Just know that in my heart of hearts, I have completely lost hope that anything is going to get better. I just feel like they're really going to rub my face on it and make me understand that things are not good in this world and they're not going to be good. So, I'll do my best, but if they like try to take me out of power, I think I will seize power and like become the all shall love me in despair is my plan if they try anything, because I'm sick of people not getting the deal. So we'll see. Lucian offers to play chess late in the evening. Ugh, gross. gross. He extends an invitation for a strategic game of chess within the solemn quiet. Chess is so fucking boring. Lucian, chess is fucking boring. Oh, wait, did I do that? There's a lot of things that are active. There's a lot of situations. Lack of allies. Yeah, I'll look at that someday. We'll think about that at some point. Evening descended on the capital as Lucy and I found ourselves alone in my office. I followed my chief strategist's eyes to the chessboard. I don't like chess. Number one, I don't like how heavy-handed it always is. We always use it in media and it's super fucking heavy-handed. Also, it's boring as shit. The sight of it reminded me of simpler times. It reminds me of when it came up in System Shock. A game of chess came up in System Shock and I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't want to do this. We used to escape the political chaos into a world of rooks and bishops. Our battles were both tense and friendly. I just don't see it. I don't know how people can get so emotional about like it's so nothing. There's so nothing to it. He'd always prove a challenging opponent. His strategies, both on the chessboard and in politics, had the same unpredictable edge. They brought up last time about like maybe I shouldn't trust these people in my inner circle. It's very possible that somebody's no good here, but it just seems like there's no way I could possibly know such things. So I am assuming that everybody here is very cool, and we're going to continue into that assumption. Long nights of strategy planning and now a game of chess. You two never stop thinking, do you? You ever been tempted to learn this stupid bullshit? No, it's stupid. No, Mr. President, I don't want to play some stupid game. I play Call of Duty. I prefer whist. Whist? What the fuck is whist? I'll leave the complex plotting to the professionals. Have a good game, gentlemen. She turned and left the room. Lucy acknowledged her exit with a slight nod, his eyes still fixed on the board. I hope you remember that it's not always the king who holds the power. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, Lucian. Sometimes a well-placed pawn can change the whole game. Do you get it? Do you get it? Not sure if I use pawns for some of my best plays. Wouldn't you agree that this is very much like politics? Wouldn't you agree? Isn't that the truth? I've used them for some of my best plays. On the other hand, sir, even the most strategic pawn move won't help if you overlook the other pieces. It stirred memories of our early days in the USP. His dexterous maneuvering reflected the unseen orchestration that helped Peter and me ascend through the ranks. I think that he needs to be a friend to us, dear old Lucian here. If I don't have somebody I can actually talk strategy with, then we're lost. We're lost. So we have to assume he's cool. Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's get this shit over with. The impatience of a president. How dare you want to get things done on a reasonable time frame? Black as usual or white this time? Oh. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, so white goes first. It literally doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Allow me the honor of the first move. I'll take white. With the sides chosen, he sits back and starts thinking. He thinks for 7 hours. Aiming for a Reti opening. Oh, little bit of spice in there, I see. It's not always about the center, is it? What the fuck are we saying? What silly ass shit are we saying? I march my knights. Countering Lucian's knight, I maneuver my knight from that one to that one, and then that an asymmetrical art form. A few minutes passed, a few more actions are made. Hinting at the decision to fianchetto his bishop. Fianchetto? What the fuck does that mean? It sounds like we're cooking him. It sounds like it's like you would prepare him for a meal. You can't do that to your bishop. That's so illegal. Why'd you comment? Stop commenting. You're so silly. Just keep playing. The bishop's threat. I put my knife right in the bishop. I moved my bishop from f8, threatening his pawn structure. With this, the stage was set. The opening maneuvers had transformed into a mid-game battle of wits. Each pawn push, every subtle repositioning had been showing to Lucian's strategic prowess and my resilience. The next move would prove crucial. Lucian's queen cut a path through the heart of the board, menacing my vulnerable kingside. It's like whenever they try to make like any of those like animes or shows or whatever, where it's like the card games, I'm like, this is not cool. This is not cool. None of what's happening on my screen is cool. Where are my Digimon? Where's the Digivolution? This is obviously uncool. 6 for Sky High. On the other hand, I could... A bold pawn advance could release my rook's potential and threaten Lucian's knight. On the other hand, I could gamble a risky play. Always risk it for the biscuit, I guess. I decided to risk a critical pawn, hoping to gain an advantage in the middle game. Ah, I see what you were doing there, bold but risky. I don't know why you would comment such things. It's very silly. I keep playing without commenting. He calmly slid his queen across the board, threatening my isolated pawn. His subtle smirk revealed he understood my gambit and ready to counter. No! Lucian had made a bold move, pushing his pawn forward and forcing my bishop into a vulnerable position. No, bishop, no! While the urge to secure my threatened bishop was strong, an enticing opportunity also lay before me, a potential double attack on Lucian's king and rook. Initiate Rizian Fork! I maneuvered my knight, expertly landing on the square that posed a double threat to Lucian's king and rook. A daring maneuver under fiery pressure. You're an adept tactician, but this is far from over. I will kill you, Mr. President! In response to my knight's threat, Lucian moved out the threat, creating a barrier. I don't know why we don't comment. Don't give him anything to do. What the fuck are we talking about? I exploit the back rank. I said, bend over and take it! Clever President Rain, but did you consider all the consequences of your actions? The center was congested, a show of Lucian's unyielding style. His formation was formidable. Oh my god, what's happening? It was my move and the game had entered its final stages. Lucian's queen was uncomfortably close, radiating danger. I had only a few passes before me. The game was slipping from my grasp. I had two options. A risky knight sacrifice that could lead me to a swift end, or to hunker down and hope for a draw. No, fuck that. Sacrifice that bitch. Fucking throw him in there. A bold sacrifice. Let's see how this plays out. If Lucian fell into the trap, I might manage to draw. If he saw threat, my loss was imminent. A sacrifice in vain. I accept. Lucian seized the opportunity, capturing my sacrifice knight and strengthening his position. My bold move backfired. I killed myself. It was so obvious. It's like everything I've done thus far. Oh my god, Lucian had won. Amazing. Ah. Your strategy was superior, Lucian. I admit defeat. You played well, Mr. President. Better luck next time. Seems I'll be the president next. Time well spent. Yeah, chess is not cool. You can dress that shit up as much as you want. It's not cool. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to deliver that information to you. He was in high spirits. He said, I fucked the president. The high stakes and strategical intricacies remind me of trials I endured early in my career. I just think you're taking away way too much from this. I feel like you could, the people that get that into chess, I think you could like get that into tic-tac-toe. I think it's about the same level. Like, we could calm it down. There's higher aspirations. You could like read a book. Really shitting on chess this day. Your past seems to be a well-guarded secret. Tell me more. In a way, chess prepared me for some of the challenges I faced. Okay, dear. I was involved in some complex situations where every move could drastically alter the landscape. Okay. Sorry, brother, I wasn't playing chess and I was at fucking chicks. I don't know what to tell ya. Every move altering your early career must have been quite eventful. What were you doing? Where were you at? Were you in fucking Vietnam? What are you talking about? It isn't without its share of shadows. There was a time when I served in a capacity that wasn't so straightforward. I danced on a knife edge, every step carrying deep consequences. What are you talking about? Did we not get like a murder board for you? We surely must have gotten one for me. I feel like I should have done one that with any of my like super important people. You're intriguing me, Lucian. Tell me. I can tell you that there were instances where I found myself in the midst of, let's call it, intelligence work. Okay, were you which country were you a spy for? Sounds fascinating. Spy is a simplistic term, Mr. President. It was much cooler than that. I was fucking James Bond. Not only that, I was kissing him. My past roles were, let's say, less than conventional. I served for the national interest of King Edmund. Not Edmund. Egmont. I don't like that name. It feels like he smells. You know what of. Much as I'd love to elaborate, I must take my leave. Thank you for the delightful match. It's so great. I loved it. It was awesome. Though I cannot promise the outcome will be any different for you. Defeat you whenever you want. But the man was more of a mystery than ever. Okay. I mean, that doesn't make me think ill of him, because surely if he was like a spy for another country, I think surely he would not have said that. So one must assume it's cool. You can't be so cavalier with the truth if the truth is so bad. It's not okay. It's not allowed. After our meeting with Gloria Tori and further discussions with the party in my cabinet, it was time to talk to Albin. Yeah, there's this whole sack of shit I'm dealing with. I don't know how this is gonna go. That went really poorly. And it made me feel so bad because I wanted to throw my wife away for the crimes that she done did do to me. I also plan to finally present a more fleshed out proposal and declare our agenda to the party after our meeting. I walked into the left wing of the assembly and entered the quarters of the USP. When I reached the meeting hall, I saw many of our members conversing inside. After taking a glimpse, I went back to the corridor to look for Alvin Kev. What do you look like? Do you look like a good fella? Hopefully not that. I don't want a good fella. I don't want to be fucking blown away. After the session joins calls to elect a new president, Eduardo Afonso. He said, I could be the president, and they said, no. You're a progressive, you can't be the president. It's not allowed anymore. Not since FDR. When I reached his room, I knocked on the door. Mr. President, welcome! The whole room was surrounded by bookshelves. I felt claustrophobic. On his gesture, I took a seat. How is everything, Mr. Clavin? I've been busy. The party's been working very hard. Thank you for asking. How's it going for you in the palace? I don't like that I have a palace. Feels weird. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty hopeful. I think everything's gonna work out. I don't think everything's gonna work out. I think it's all fucked. I want to express my gratitude for passing the Workers' Rights Act. It's one of the most comprehensive and successful political efforts. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're doing something. It was the right thing to do because our workers were suffering for decades. Indeed, the people will credit your administration. I don't think the people know anything. I don't think they'll credit me for anything. I don't think they'll credit me for a single thing. I think they'll shit right on my legacy. The businesses will share the burden with the state, but it's a change they have to abide by. I have to say, the close collaboration between the palace and the party is going well. Looking forward to what we can accomplish. Anyway, sir, let's talk about the proposal. Thanks for coming here for my input because there's some subjects where Gloria and I don't see eye to eye. Okay. We gotta be friends here, man. It's gotta just work out. I can't leave this meeting with him pissed at me because then it's no good. I have to say that most of the progressives were already starting to warm up to you. Your attempt to change the Constitution created quite a bit of excitement. They're like, oh my God, can something happen finally? One could dare to say an excitement that hasn't been felt since the 30s. Looks pretty good. No surprise that Mrs. Tory didn't give her support. I know it sucks. Look, Mr. President, I'm on the same side as you. I don't like when you start with the willy look. You did start with a willy look right there. I won't create any problems. Oh. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, okay. Thanks. He looked down at the proposal. It's looking good. I will support the proposal and get. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. You sure? You sure you don't want to like fuck me a little? You don't want to like? You want to like bend me over just a little? Not you're just gonna like work for me? Oh, okay. All right. Who knows? Maybe you'll consider me for a job in the government. I'm just gonna say fuck it. Fuck it. Get this shit passed. Get this shit passed. This isn't even that corrupt. This is just how it literally works. That's exactly how it works right now. And that is corrupt. Like, let's be clear, that is corruption. But grease those wheels. Grease those fucking wheels. Please, for the love of God, grease those wheels. They're clanging and clanging and it's no good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. See you in the conference, Mr. President. All right. What do you mean the meeting had exhausted you? What do you fucking mean? How did it exhaust you? It went too easy? You want a little bit more from it? You're fucking crazy, Anton. Anton, you're fucking wilding out. I went to the restaurant with these handled to get something to eat. I saw Alvin talking to the people in the distance. It can't possibly go that easy. For the speech I was going to make, it took the time to get all the party members. Gloria Tory announced me from the stand. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Dear members of Assembly, I came here today to announce the agenda for the future of our country. We're going to be good now. I've decided. We've been shit and stupid. We're going to be good now. I start my speech with the reasons for the changes to the Constitution. The people of Swordland have spoken. They blame our institutions and our systems and want change. Can you blame the people? Have we had enough with the flaws of our Constitution? We must listen to their wishes and get their trust in Swordland back. I paused and I started clapping and continued. Oh, this is a receptive crowd here, I say. Talk about democracy. What does democracy mean to me? That's just like asking for trouble. That's just like asking for trouble. But maybe that's what they want to hear. I don't know what they want to hear. I don't fucking know what they want to hear. I just don't want to make... I don't know. They already hate me. They already hate me. Can't hate me more. Well, that's true. It'll be a bloodbath if we don't. Let's talk about democracy. It's stupid. Brought attention to democracy and why we must write a more democratic constitution. I explain how our proposal will fix the issues. The left side of the house says, yay! I explain the contents of the new constitution, ask for their full support. You will vote yes. Or not really at that point. I will ask for their votes. Please. Pretty please. Alvin stands up and he's clapping. I saluted everybody in the room. Ooh, a salute. Interesting. I walked outside the assembly and back into the palace. I'm just saying, if this shit doesn't go through, I will seize power. I will seize power. Don't make me seize power. I don't want to seize power. I'm not asking to seize power. I will, though. Today, President Rain has met with his party members. Wouldn't that be some shit, though? I've been so nice to everybody. They pissed me off one too many times. It's like, you know what, fucker? I order the military to destroy you. Said reporter that used the meeting to give a speech to the party and ask the contents. We don't know what is in there. Who can say? It could be anything. Balance of power in Eastern Maricopa. All right. That's fun. I like the balance of power. It's a funny little fucking thing. Makes me so goddamn happy. So fucking pleased. What we got here? Archaic state of Swordland's conscription laws. What year is it? I don't know, man. It's fucking current year. The matter is, of course, mandatory military service again in times when there are no active wars. Why do we still need these archaic? Because nobody cares. Just keep it on the books, man. We're in the modern age. If we want to modernize Swordland, I would prepare. I'd prefer if it was, you know, people that actually wanted to be in the military. That's like way better. Arranged to meet with Smolak and Van... Oh, tell me about this. Is this something I need to know about? With the new trade, the hope is the solidification of relations with the old ally Agnolia and the troublesome neighbor Wellham with the aim of taking with other countries. Their powerful democratic movement wants to reimagine trade with Swordland, while President Smolak is looking for new foreign investments and security cooperation against rebellious Blutish movements at the border. Lesby and Volksland are watching Swordland's actions very closely, and they will note what I choose. Don't choose stupid. He's the youngest politician to hold office. Wow. Leader of the centrist. Okay. He brought Agnolia closer to the west, signing mutual cooperation agreements with Arcasia and Lesbia. I like that. Sounds cool. Let's get into it. I click on that one first. Ooh. You can't ask me to remember all this. You can't ask me to remember all this. The fuck is all this silly shit? I want all of the Abrahamics to just be one. I want to reform the Abrahamics. I'm tired of it. They make me unhappy. I'm tired of their silly shit. Arcasia has reached out and offered aid in return for Air Force access. Air Force access? Interesting. What are you? Religious Harmony Bill. Oh, gross. Of course it's gonna be about stupid religion. Let's do this first. Oh. Oh, beautiful. It's like everything I've ever needed. People will shit on me for it, though, obviously. They will shit on me for that. Arcasian Foreign Minister Laurent Martel has proposed an extensive aid package for Swordland. This package includes financial assistance, logistical support, and equipment aid. In return, Arcasia seeks refueling and repair access to Swordland's Erlery Air Force Base in addition to occasional flyover rights in Swordish airspace. Has personally assured this agreement aims for peaceful objectives. I mean, okay. I did want to be friends with them. It would draw me into their sphere of influence, which is what I want. I want to get away from the East. The East scares me. They say crazy things like our food. They say things like our means of production. I don't know about that. I need budget. Give me budget. I'll whore myself out to the other countries. Fuck it. I said, oh, the president whored himself out. Ah! Ah! Call that shit. Call that shit. Fuck off, assholes. Fucking assholes. Ministry of Health discusses privatization. The Ministry of Health has begun working on a health report with a proposal to allow privatization in the health system to potentially generate new resources for the ministry. I thought we were going to do that. Mr. Benewell is personally overseeing the discussion in the report with top aides, including members for the National Business Council. Okay. Religious Harmony Bill. In an endeavor to promote religious harmony and unity, the Grand National Assembly introduces the Religious Harmony Bill, establishing regulations for religious affairs across Swordland. Section 1 of the RHB mandates that all sermons conducted during the Day of Dissension ceremony at the Arch Sanctuary of Deer will henceforth be held in the Swordish language. This move is aimed at promoting inclusivity and common understanding among worshippers. Section 2 of the RHB regulates the language of sermons. Oh, that's weird. Why do we even give a shit? Regulates the language of sermons in other sanctuaries across Swordland. It prohibits the use of Blutish for sermons unless explicit approval has been obtained from the Archpriest of Swordland. This measure ensures consistency and unity in religious practices across the country. Seems very strange. I don't know why we need this. Section 3 of the RHB sets forth new regulation for priests. Why do we give a single fuck about them? This should not be. We should have no say in any of this. This should not be connected to me at all. Why am I receiving this? It requires that all applicants must have Swordish language. Okay, this is no good. This is not a good thing. We don't want this. I don't want the Harmony Bell. You gotta go away. You're no good to me. What do I do now? He protects religious freedoms! He recently vetoed the outrageous Religious Harmony Bill. The bill was aiming to limit the freedoms of Blutish people in Swordland. I saw what things were. Alright. I've used my veto for good now. I think that's the first time I used the veto. A call from Gus Manger. He says, why have you done this? You've ruined us. I was sipping my first cup of coffee for the day when the phone lit up and rang. I swore under my breath I thought my schedule was clear for at least half an hour. I picked up the phone. Mr. President, how are you doing on this fine day, if I may ask? Hi, Gus. How are you fucking doing? I was doing well until you gave me a call. I'm fine. Business as usual on my end, thanks for asking. I'm calling you because I just heard from the CEO of Armadine Industries regarding the recent initial public offering on the Ventry City Stock Exchange. It's about our little venture investment of 1,000 shares worth nearly 1 million ren. I am very pleased to say that we have made gains. Oh my god. The shares have doubled in price at the IPO and the VCSE and will soon receive the profits made from the investment. Isn't that great? Oh my god. Let's go on. You will love it. In total, we have made nearly 2 million Swordish Ren. I don't really know how much that is. I don't know if this is silly Monopoly money or not. Sorry, I know it's underwhelming you. I bet you'd wish you'd gone for a bigger buy-in earlier. No, it's fine. No, it's really okay. This number does not need to be high. This is not an important number to me, all right? I need the money that will allow me to get my family out when the country inevitably collapses. That's the only important part. That's what I'm paying attention to. Not really. That's fine. Oh, come on. You're the president. Nobody got to that seat without taking massive risks. You lying sack of shit. I assure you this will pale in comparison to what we will do together in the future. The money will be transferred to your personal bank account shortly. Feels weird. Okay. That's fine. Goodbye then. Oh, I almost forgot. The management sent to you one of their brand new radios as a gift. Mrs. Suna will bring it to you. I'm so glad. I'm so very glad. The line dropped. Okay. I made some money, I guess. I'm at 3 now. Wow. That's like more than I had before. Did the news say anything about that? Armadine stock jumps to nearly double. How, like, open is this? Is this like we know exactly how much money the president has? The CEO of Armadine, Aaron Bridges, announced the IPO this morning. Images of celebration were visible. A new era for portable radios has begun. Oh my god, radio is pretty cool. Radio is pretty cool. Ew. Private party with Peter. I feel like that's not what we want. I feel like I don't want that, but I guess I will. Far from becoming accustomed to my workload as president, I only felt more and more snowed under as the weeks passed. It had been ages since I had any time to myself. I was starting to lose my focus and my temper was growing increasingly thin. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't think I would ever become the kind of person that would scream at people. It's not in me. I'm just not capable of it. But I would be very frustrated and I would want to die. But I would not be an asshole. I'm just not capable of it. I was starting to lose my focus and my temper was growing increasingly thin. Peter was the first to realize I needed a break. He said, buddy, let's go to the fucking gentleman's club. Let's get fucking hammered. For the past few months, he'd been hosting a salon of sorts, not just for politicians and businessmen, but also for artists, entertainers, people of taste, he told me with a smile on his face. There was only one rule. Only boys allowed. This shit is so weird. This shit is so weird. This shit is so weird. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And so I found myself in front of his new luxury villa in earlier. Is this where we're gonna see where Peter is a total womanizer right behind his wife's back? I think this is exactly what's gonna happen. I waited and waited. Finally, Peter opened the door. I could smell the whiskey on his breath. Anton, finally, now the real party can start. Come on in. Hell yeah, brother. As soon as I entered, Peter closed the door and turned to the small crowd. Gentlemen, we got a president! I now have the privilege to present to you the man himself, the 4th president of Swordland. So weird. We need more presidents. I'd known him for long enough to understand that he was more than a little drunk. He made an elaborate mock curtsy as I passed and walked into the room. The music stopped and I felt everyone's eyes on me. It's pretty funny. It's kind of mean, but it's pretty funny. It's kind of funny, though. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny I'm saying it. Oh. God damn you people. God damn you fucks. I don't have my sense of humor. Dear members, please give a warm welcome to our very special guests. He handed me a glass of whiskey and put his hand on my shoulder and says, I hate you. We all know why we're gathered here tonight, to celebrate life, to have a brief escape from our tumultuous professions and our wives. I personally don't know any better cure for stress than a little drink. Only a little one. I'll just raise my glass and move on. There's nothing we can do to this. He's going down a dark road and I don't want to follow. Now the tradition dictates that as the club president, I have to remind you of our house rules. There are 3. No politics, no wives, no one sober. Cheers. Cool. I'll sip. I took a sip from my whiskey. Anton Rain might have the power to make presidential decrees, but I, Peter Vector, the president of this club, now declare this party started. Music, go! Oh, Peter. After greeting the crowd around me, I felt a hand on my shoulder. Let me show you around, you little shithead. I can't believe he didn't like that joke. That was a good one. We walked through the corridors of his mansion. Statues and paintings lined the stark white walls. An arched window provided a view of the neatly manicured grounds, complete with a swimming pool. We have too much money. We have too much money. I want the president to be, like, piss poor. I don't want them to have any money, and I don't want them to be from money. I want them to have grown up poor and understand what real life is. We're never gonna get it. It's never gonna happen. A grand lesbian marble staircase. The chandelier was made in the 18th century. Can you believe it? There's even a hedge maze in the garden. Is that where you will disappear to, Peter? Will you get drunk and try to fucking get your kid in there? We know how he's paying for it. We know exactly how he's paying for it. It's a little much, isn't it? What's the story behind the chandelier? I don't know and I don't care. It just looks expensive and I like it. Okay. I'll let you in on a secret. Gus Manger has a lot of contacts in real estate. He brokered an amazing price for me. He'll also be here tonight, by the way, if you want to get some more money from him. I mean, I can't... Stones and Glass Houses, I also got money from Gus, but, you know, it's different. It's different when I do it. It's cool when I do it. It's very cool when I do it. Everybody laughs when I do it. They fucking joke around with me. Yeah. I don't know what to do with him. We're going to eventually fight. I can see this. But I don't know whether it's better to do it now or to let it happen later. Because he's gonna blow up later. He's going down a dark road, and as I said, I don't want to follow. I'll just say that. He would be right at home at a party like this. Hell, half the guests here owe their considerable riches to him. We continued walking until we circled back to where we had started. So what do you think of my little hideaway? Peter, I find it disgusting. I think you're taking your life in a horrible direction. I think you need to completely reevaluate everything. I understand why you fell in love with your wife in the first place. I think you need to get your shit together. He's like, but I'm living in a palace. My shit's pretty together. I'm like, well, goddamn. Got me there. It is more like a palace. It definitely doesn't rival yours. But anyway, let's get back to the party. I arranged for some caviar to be brought in from Lesby. You're gonna love it. Did we, like, not know Peter at all? Were we, like, not familiar with him? Like, we've known this guy for years. Surely we must have understood. The music was louder now and the mood more inebriated. Cocktail waitresses were carrying around plates of canapes, wearing dresses that left little to the imagination. I thought this was Gentlemen's Club. We're the fucking twinks. Oh, this is a Gentlemen's Club. Would you rather get served by wrinkly old men? Sweetheart, over here! Over here, tits! Bend over and show me your asshole! She was in her mid-20s wearing red lipstick, her blonde hair neatly tied into a ponytail. On her plate were toast points. Toast points. I say toast point. I assume a small square of toast, I suppose. I am too uncultured for this. Slathered in lesbian caviar. I took a bite. It was rich, salty, and tasting of pure seaside. I could almost hear the sound of waves and seagulls. Yeah, anytime I've heard a description of caviar, it does not sound good. Obviously, I have not had such things. I'm a man of the people. Lesbian caviar, best in the world. I'm telling you, Anton, there are few pleasures in life that are this. As the waitress left, she splashed a quick smile. He smiled back a little too broadly. Peter, have you fucked her? Peter! His eyes were still fixed on her with an expression I remembered from our many nights out together as students when we were fucking around. Peter, you sack of shit! I hate you! Have you sent to the gulags? Here's Gus. Why don't you go talk to him? I'll be back in a minute. Don't make a mistake. Mistake? What are you talking about? I was just going to the washroom. See you shortly. I'm gonna go to the washroom and fuck her in the wash closet. Whatever it is. Whatever, man. I don't know what to do with him. Gus was standing next to a couple of men that I recognized as banking industry magnates. As I approached, all of them turned to me and bowed their heads. Mr. President, and toast to our new member, everyone. People on the raise theirs. How long have you been a member? For years. Since the beginning of time. It's a fun gathering and quite lucrative at times. You might have heard from Peter that I arranged the deal for this mansion. He also told me that you might be interested in potential opportunities such as this. Such as this. Let's take a walk. Let's see how much money you could make. We left the room and made our way to the balcony. On the way, he took out 2 cigars and held one out for me. I don't smoke. I don't want to die. We went out to the balcony. All of Erlery was at our feet. From the vantage point, I was able to see how expansive the building plot was. The swimming pool and the hedge maze were visible from here. Vice presidents shouldn't have mansions. Just gonna put that out there. Vice presidents shouldn't have mansions. Leaning over the railing, I admired the view for a moment before Gus spoke up. I know you're wondering about the deal Peter made. In a nutshell, thanks to my network, he was able to procure this house for half the asking price, which would have been impossible under any other circumstances. I'd be delighted to discuss a similar arrangement with you. In fact, I've prepared to document with my own personal favorite opportunities. The Gassam affair notwithstanding, you've shown plenty of generosity to Swordfish businesses. You deserve a chance to profit personally from their gains. It's fine. it's fine. I'm not looking for any opportunities. I'm fine. Real estate is the best investment anyone can make with the current economic situation. It only makes sense to put your money into such a tangible asset. But I also have a few other opportunities for you to make a side profit if real estate doesn't interest you. Is there any chance I can convince you? No, it's fine. Very well, I won't push further. The devil puts his tail away. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to refresh my drink. See you around. He left to rejoin the party. Okay. Could have been worse. Peter, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna fuck her out into a hedge maze? I looked down and saw a silhouette. 2 silhouettes, actually. So close together, they seemed to be entangled. I squinted and tried to get a better look. It was definitely 2 people kissing, but I couldn't see either of their faces. We know who it is. Like, let's not pretend here. I returned to the party and spent some time mingling with the other guests, engaging them in small talk about their businesses, their children, their relationships. I realized it had been a while since Peter went to the hedge maze. I looked around but couldn't find him. Instead, my eyes landed on you and Alfonso. Hey there, funny friend. You know the rules, no politics. No politics, but plenty of side deals, it seems. I saw you speaking to Mr. Manger earlier. He seemed used to... Yeah, he seemed very used to it. I spoke with him. Move on. We had a good chat together in Narbil, as I recall, before you turned down the opportunity to invest in Gassam, that is. At any rate, it's doing fine without Swordland's input. A shame that only international investors will benefit. Yeah, whatever, man. I say, hey, my money's at negative. Buddy, my money's at negative. I don't know what to tell you. I will stand by my decision. I will stand by all my decisions. Better uses maybe, but not more profitable ones. Okay, if we're just gonna be like that. Just then, Peter came up from behind us and threw an arm around each of our shoulders. Buddy! Swordland's bright future and its ancient past. I was fucking the goddamn bitch. God damn it. It's exactly what I was doing. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know how to handle him. I don't like being around drunk people when I'm not drunk. It annoys me. Where were you? I told you, the washroom. Trust me, you'd rather not know the details. Well, Mr. Alfonso, have you been enjoying my hospitality? Indeed I have, Mr. Vector, and you've put together one hell of a gathering. Yeah, I don't want to be here. I want to go play chess with the boring dipshit. We're gonna have a quick word with the CEO of Swordfish Petroleum. Have fun. It was good to see you. It wasn't really good to see him. Peter shifted his weight unsteadily. Nice guy, shitty president, but a nice guy. There's no reason to push him. He's not gonna tell us. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know. Gus brought him along. When a former president of Swordland knocks on your door, you can't exactly turn him away. It was definitely a surprise. I don't want to get shot here. That is a thing that we need to be aware of. That's what I'm aiming for with these parties. All kinds of unexpected, stimulating encounters. Peter, please God, keep it in your pants. I say, buddy, it's out. Put that shit away. I say, son, put away your iron. He contorted the side of his face in an attempt at a wink. Oh, he's attempting a wink. Now, who wants a drink besides me, of course? He poured us 2 large glasses of whiskey, and we drank them in one go. Throughout the party, we drank and drank, just like old times. I woke up the next day with a pounding headache and more than a few regrets. My recollections of the evening were hazy, but there was one important detail that kept coming back to me: the red lipstick on Peter's collar. We understand. We all understand what's happening here. Peter's cheating on his wife. He's a fuckhead. He's a drunk. He's gonna get me fucked over. We're gonna have to throw him away. He's gonna get sent to the gulags. We all know this. BFF poisons Swordfish schools. Wow. A burden on the taxpayer. Peter Vectron throws lavish party. Peter! For fuck's sake, you're in the papers? You son of a bitch. In elegant suits and dresses at the entrance of the huge mansion. Nonetheless, is worrying that Rain and Vectron are throwing parties and having hidden meetings. Yeah, it's shit. Sorry, country. Sorry. Swordland accepts aid from Arcasia under direction of Anton Rain. Don't tell me I'm wrong. We need the money. Fuck off. What we got here? HOC fire investigation suspended. A lack of further evidence from the investigation of the fire has caused the case to be suspended until further notice. Interesting. The one where it totally looked like somebody did that on purpose. All right. Okay. We were in the middle of a meeting in the past about our immigration policy. Oh, it's all my favorite people. It's all my favorite people. It's fucking Toe here. It's Margaret Thatcher. We got all of them. I don't think so, Mr. Wishi. It just doesn't make any sense to me that a foreign citizen should come before a Swordfish citizen in Swordland. Well said. My analysis is also in line with this, especially during the economic recession. We're giving Swordfish jobs to migrants from other countries. What about our own people? Immigrants are the reason our economy is not completely unsalvageable. Look at Agnolian immigrants in England. They have revitalized the whole region and in turn boosted the economy of the entire country. Simon can attest to that. I feel like this is a conversation I've heard before. I feel like this is a repeat. Statistically speaking, allowing immigrants to become part of the workforce contributes to our economy, but I agree that the current situation is very nuanced. That said, we can't just tighten our immigration policy and expect the economy to stay the same. We need to put our economy and the recession at the forefront. Yeah, if everybody was not aware, the economy danger sign is still in place. We have not fixed that. Don't know how we fix that. Thankfully, we've just started receiving financial aid from Arcasia. I don't like that I have to accept the financial aid. I want to be in a position where I can give the financial aid. And then what will become their servants? First they'll become for the war plans and Erlery, then their armies will come. You will see. I do not approve of this decision at all. Shut up. I don't care. Yeah, we need to be friendly with our potential allies, man. Allies? Swordland has no allies and never did. You fucking stupid. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard a Minister of Defense say in my life. I say you're fired. I say you're fired. We don't have allies. We don't need them. Okay. All right. That's not how you deal with a threat. Well said, Mr. Lancia. We can't be naive, gentlemen. Can you please get back to the topic? Right. As I was just saying before I was interrupted, look at the superpowers. Do you see them closing off their borders? Why do you think their economies are in such great shape? They're in their current state because they welcome immigration and use it to their advantage. I want to modernize, please. I would like that. I would enjoy such things. I mean, is that such a thing I can do? Can I become a superpower? Is that like on the table? That'd be cool. Can my shit fail country like become a superpower? Is that such a thing? It's proven that immigration helps countries to develop, and we cannot just deport our current immigrants. We need a decision. It will piss the stupids off, so we have to deal with that. And unfortunately, we're already in a state of unrest, so that sucks. It really just sucks. How many immigrants live in Swordland? Official numbers show that we have anywhere between 2 to 3 million migrants. Okay. Even excluding countless undocumented primary issues, strife, the cause between less fortunate. Including them in the workforce would benefit everybody, including unemployed swords. More taxes means more services. All I'm saying is that you could get the job if you wanted. I don't think that the Mexican person's stealing your job. It was there the whole time. If you wanted it, you can take it. If you don't want to do the job, then perhaps let the Mexican do it. If they want to do it. Perhaps. More taxes, more services. What is the current legal status of immigrants? That is not a question I should be asking, but we will ask it. I should be aware of that, but of course, it's a funny game. Currently, all accepted immigrants are given a work permit on arrival so they can work and contribute to the economy. There's currently no limit on the number of immigrants accepted, however, the number has remained stable over the past few years. Despite the laws, the fact is many immigrants illegally work for corporations. This is the main issue with immigration right now, not the immigration itself. We wouldn't be in this state. How do they usually arrive here? There are 3 major paths they choose. The first one is England to Magnolia border, the second is the Burgess to Welland border, and the third is the Lauren coast. I just think it makes sense to set up a pathway for them to become citizens. And you set this up, and you make it clear, and you make it obvious, and you get money from them. Magnolians are the largest group. It's a light border over there, although recently political fugitives from Vogsland have been crossing the Grey Sea by boat to land on our coast. Politically persecuted Wessex refugees tend to use the dangerous mountain passes at the Welland border. Many of them also have bluish blood, thus significantly increasing the blue populace inside Persia. Okay, what can we do about this? Very well. Are you going to ask for more money from me? He says, yes, absolutely. We can turn that negative into a larger negative, and by that I mean smaller. I guess it would be smaller. The magnitude of the negative would be more. Before we make any decisions, I have to remind you, during the elections, we promised to keep our immigration laws relaxed, which I think is the right course of action. Yeah, well, I think they should fucking die. It's like, okay, man. I think they're all fucking bringing crime here. I think we need to build a wall. I see your point, yes, but the economy certainly benefits from more immigration. This is like, calm down. I don't think that that's the cause. I think that we need to create a pathway that's reasonable. I think that you need to allow the people that are cool in, that are going to contribute to your economy. You stupid fucks. Yeah, I don't need it here. Yeah, I don't need. Everyone lean forward. It's very funny. We will be forced to handle new waves. They're fucking coming over in waves. They're raping our women and children. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, whatever. We're not. Calm down. Yeah, just. Yeah, I don't. So this guy should get to work. There are changes to be made. Yeah, let's just move on. I'm looking forward to the upcoming trade talks. Peter and I have been visiting Stallport and Rocklowitz in preparation. I'll be coming along to talk with the economy, mister. Looking forward to the potential partnership. She hates me so much. She's going to kill me. Our born units need to be in. What are you informing them about? I literally just said continue. I said status quo and you screamed. Keep up the good work. God damn it, I hate you so much. I hate you so goddamn much. Ooh. Okay, I got something over there. I think that's it. Okay. What we have here in Benfey. Tell me about Benfey. It's a tourism destination. USP mayor. Dasnariti. Other. The other is scary. What the fuck does other mean? Infrastructure at full capacity in Benfey. The bustling city of Benfey is facing infrastructural challenges as its airport and port facilities are at full capacity due to high volume of logistics and tourism travel. Okay, that's a good problem to have. The situation is raising concerns over the ability to sustain the growing demand without causing delays and disruption. Infrastructure expansion, modernization are being considered to resolve the issue. Okay, got it. Boom! Our motorcade slowly made its way towards the magnificent Benfey High Arts Center. Night was falling and the festival was about to begin. I flipped the brochure that had been given to us at the hotel. Monica's face was featured on the front page, but the schedule on the inside still said that Curtin Lest, Mayor of Enrica, would be making... Oh, here we go. Monica, you have to know what I've done to give you this. You have to understand. My last-minute announcement that my wife would be replacing Curtin must have caused some confusion at the print shop. The Benfey Festival was one of the biggest events of the year. It originally marked the start of the annual religious pilgrimage, a weeks-long journey that's still undertaken by devout tourists. But today was better known as a cultural celebration that drew thousands of revelers to the city. There were film screenings, concerts, theater, got it. As the car slowed, a coterie of reporters and security guards turned my attention to Monica. She nervously eyed the waiting crowd. I held her hand. She smiled and turned her head to look out the window once again. As soon as Serge opened the door, we were enveloped by the roar of the crowd. The next few minutes were blurs of handshakes, photos, and reporters' questions. The onlookers cheered as we walked the red carpet to the newly built art center. We followed the guards through the cavernous white halls. We waited outside security to a quick sweep. So this is it. I will finally stand on the same platform as you. Yeah, lady. Yeah, Eleanor. A platform where Swordland's women will have their voices heard and acknowledged for the first time. Break a leg. The two of us proceeded to the podium. I spoke first, delivering a short paragraph about the importance of Benfey and the Festival of Swordland. She better enjoy it. She better fucking enjoy it. Alright? She needs to enjoy it. Because I might have been able to change the Constitution forever, but I may not be able to do that now. But I guess my wife gave a speech, so that's cool. Right next to Curtin Lest. Fucking rub it in his face. Ladies and gentlemen, as the First Lady of Swordland, I welcome all of you to the Benfey Festival. The crowd erupted again. He leaned over and hissed into my ear. What are you fucking doing, snake? Mr. President, I'm afraid you've made a great mistake. There'll be consequences. Ignore that dipshit. I did not pay any attention to Curtin and simply pretended not to hear him. Your little stunt has lost you my support in the assembly. I kept my eyes on the stage. When the applause subsided, Monica resumed her speech. This festival holds a very important place in all of our hearts. It's a celebration of art, music, theater, but above all, it is a celebration of the people of Benfey, of their free and open-minded spirit. As we all unite for the festivities, we must not forget the values that have inspired them. Today marks the beginning of the Week of the Spirit, a time for vitality, growth, and new beginnings. The crowd was hanging on her every word, but the mayor of Enrica and his entourage didn't seem as impressed. They said, she's not even cool. She's not even cool. I stand on this podium today to speak of change, about a new beginning of our society. Swordland calls itself a free country, yet half its citizens are still barred from enjoying the same freedoms that the other half take for granted. I refer to myself and my fellow women. A rumble went through the crowd, scattered applause mixed with murmurs of discontent. What is she saying? What is she saying? What is this? To truly move forward, we must make a break from old traditions and strive towards equality for all, equal rights, equal pay, equal access to education. She's gonna get shot. She's gonna say some crazy shit. She's gonna get fucking shot. Enough! Are you really gonna do that? Are you really gonna silence women? You gonna silence women right in front of my salad? I will not let this woman, this fucking goddamn hysterical woman, besmirch the traditions upon which our great country was built. I mean, I think she can probably handle it. She can, like, bitch slap him, right? Unless it's the thing sometimes in games where I'm not sure if I'm on the same page as the developers in terms of, like, what their intent is with each of these. My thought is that this is, like, allowing her to take charge here, giving her the opportunity to, like, put him down. Like, I don't need to protect her. That's what I would interpret this as. But they might be like, you gotta fucking goddamn be with your wife. Why aren't you just showing her? Fuck it. Craven turned towards the audience, speaking loudly enough to be heard without a microphone. Miss Suzerain, what right do you possibly have to pass judgment on our values as Swordage citizens? You are not a politician, you are not a speaker, you are merely a woman who's lucky enough to be married to the president. Your place is not at this podium, it is at home, tending to your husband and children. The crowd was growing rowdier. Some booed and jeered at Curtin's words, others whooped in approval. Monica froze completely. The audience grew louder. I had to do something. I walked to the stage and stood beside my wife at the podium. The mayor was still standing defiantly in the front row. I mean, really, you should talk down to him. He's being a dipshit. Mr. Les, do I have to teach you basic manners? Have you forgotten what you learned in kindergarten? The crowd erupted in laughter. Curtin's face turned red. I'm a big man! I'm a big man! Look at my fucking balls! I will not stand idly by as our Swordage values are being tested! Especially by our president and his harlot of a wife! It's like, you are being crazy. Is rudeness a Swordage value now? Is impropriety? I'm only doing what I feel is right to protect my country! You feel it's right to berate a woman, the president's wife, at that? Her ideas are dangerous, Anton! They'll lead us down a dark path! God damn. It's a good line. It's a good line. I won't say it, obviously. Your ideas, on the other hand, will lead us back to the Dark Ages. But our traditions were lost! How would you get lost yourself? And without change, we're fossils. Now please sit down. The crowd was booing Curtin loudly now. He looked around the room and let out a deep sigh. My apologies, Mr. President. Mrs. First Lady, I crossed the line. Monica had regained her composure by now. She took her place at the microphone. My heartfelt apologies to you as well, Mr. Lest. I assure you my intention was not to offend anyone, especially a senior member of the Assembly such as yourself who's pledged his life to the betterment of our country. Curtin smiled faintly. I don't understand these people. I don't understand these small men. I don't understand how their penises can be so small. It doesn't seem scientifically possible. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I hope one day we shall all be able to set aside our differences as we have done today and walk towards a happier, brighter future for all of Sworthland citizens, male and female alike. We must all remember the futures cannot exist without the past. And I believe we're witnessing the meeting of our glorious past and our bright future right here in Benfey today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to officially open the Benfey Festival. Am mogna veskore? Victor dag! The crowd erupted in cheers. Even Curtin started clapping. Oh, okay, I didn't realize it was that easy to get him. Never mind, you're fucking pushover. So you're pushover dipshit. Spit on him. People started chanting Monica's name, and then everyone clapped, and then everyone on the bus stood up and clapped. The opening event was finally finished, but I knew Curtin would never forget what happened today. He was defenestrated in front of everyone and God. That is what happens. We did, myself and my wife, walk up to him, and we did cut his balls right off. So he will hate me forever now, as he should. As he is allowed to. While in deploying special forces to Vernon, President Smolik has announced the city of Vernon has been put under curfew. Oh, okay. That's whatever. Not my problem. Other people, not my problem. Central Bank drafts economic recovery proposal. I love that. I love the sound of that. In an effort to mitigate economic damages, Halsford's Central Bank is working on a new proposal. The plan comprises several measures, including the accumulation of foreign exchange reserves, the adoption of a cautious fiscal policy, okay, and increased support for export-oriented industries. The bank's initiative forms a crucial part of the broader strategy to stabilize Sworden's economy. Okay, seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Downtime at home. Are we gonna talk about that? It felt like eternity since the Benfey Festival. Had it really only been less than 24 hours? I was at home now, drinking an afternoon coffee on my balcony. A stack of newspapers lay by my side. I picked them up one by one, reading and rereading the articles about the festival. Some of the papers came out in full support of the First Lady for her brave speech. Others said she was a hysterical bitch and should be put away. Nearly all of them agreed that the First Lady had acquitted herself very well following the interruption. I thought she did fine. I was putting the last newspaper down as Monica joined me on the balcony. Listen, can we talk for a bit? Of course, what is it? Monica sat and picked up the nearest newspaper. She pointed to a particularly insulting headline on the front page. I never in a million years would have wished for this, Anton. I just wanted to thank you for supporting me and apologize for creating such a spectacle. All I wanted was to bring the people of Swordland together the way you're able to, but not like this. Not like this. Her eyes were getting moist. A single tear fell onto the newspaper. I wipe her tears away. Oh, Anton. Her eyes filled with gratitude. I could see she'd slept as little as I had since the festival. Thank you. One more thing, you know how stubborn I am. When I gave that speech, I saw hope in the eyes of all the women in the audience. This is the right path for me, Anton. I want to officially adopt this cause as First Lady, to actually get involved in politics, not just give impromptu speeches. I can even help your education minister with those reforms she's working on. Good idea. I know this is something you're passionate about as well. Can I count on you? Of course. Yeah, you can be Eleanor. I like Eleanor Roosevelt. She's cool. Oh, Anton, this means so much to me. I will not fuck it up. Please don't. Please don't. They'll write such wretched headlines. Monica, don't fuck it up, please. I beg of thee. Thank you. A noise came from the balcony door. We both turned our heads to see Deanna standing there. Mama, I'm hungry. Let's go to the kitchen, baby. We'll make Papa the best snack ever. Pussy. Mom, that's very rude. Don't say that again. They left the balcony and returned half an hour later with a large cookie. Oh, okay. Dan had written my name and icing on it. Oh, adorable. As I sipped my coffee and nibbled the cookie, I thought that I had made the right choice. Things were going to get harder, but at least... Yay! It's the thing I love. I like when my life gets harder. But at least my life at home was somewhat peaceful. Yeah, I can imagine there's been several opportunities to make your home life horrible. I don't know why you would. Surely with the stress of the politics, you would want a peaceful home life. I don't know, some people they're just gluttons for punishment. Alright, what's the fucking news today? Worker at Crossroads, Millennium versus Arcasian capitalism. We like the capitalism. I want more of it. Skilled immigration, a catalyst for economic growth. I like the growth. First Lady gives speech. Bentley Festival. The First Lady's opening speech was interrupted by the mayor of Arcasia. I don't know what to do about it. It haunts me. It's haunted me long enough to where I have kind of just blacked it out. I don't see that there. I see a big black square. Because I don't know what to do about it. Mayor Lust has then continued his disrespecting accusations as interjecting the developing situation to save the day by calming the attendees. Mayor Lust's disrespect will surely end up damaging his already declining reputation after this event. See, he was a dipshit! I didn't fucking like him. Fuck him. I'm glad I let my wife talk. It would just really suck if me doing that meant that we couldn't do the Constitution thing. That'd fucking suck. Hidden cost of CSB. Usually 60% of the nation's right. 60% of these nations report a rise in civil unrest. The aftermath often includes destabilization and setbacks in national development. Please fuck off. I don't want any of that. Don't give it to me. Build Rumburg border fortifications. The military... Stop asking for my money! I have negative! What do you want from me? What pockets do you think I'm gonna pull that out of? The military has voiced concerns about the cut of the military funding and the request and additional funds. No. Mr. Gallade advises to accept the offer by General Kruger. Which one are you? Oh, that's him. The mod will immediately begin implementation. I told you, you can't have my money. You can't ask this of me. Like, will Rumburg actually invade, though, do you think? I don't know that it will. I think they're just bluffing. It's just Russia. Russia doesn't invade countries. They never have and they never will. It's not gonna happen. They just are really big. How could they possibly want more land? What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? You're already a failed country. What do you do with more fucking land? Fucking fail that shit too? Fucking hate Russia. So stupid shit. To determine the current situation of the military and its spending policy, we held a meeting in the White Room. Peter, you fucking sack of shit. Miss General Vulcan, Mr. Lancia, let's start with the briefing. Very well, Mr. Vice President. We prepared a briefing to convey further details about the current situation of our military. It's really shit. We received an updated communication from the Arcasian Military Command. Their plans are being moved into earlier air bases as we speak. Under our supervision, of course. I would fucking assume. Yeah. I don't just let their fucking planes come in. You can't just walk in my home without you telling me. I'd hope that they're under our supervision. Make them feel at home. They have money, man. They have money, man. Just whatever. Do your fucking bluffing bullshit. All right, let's move on to the military. Which branch would you like to know about? Just tell me everything. What is the situation of our army? According to the latest reports from Camp Strongarm. I wonder who named that one. Do we have fucking Camp Big Dick as well? Is that the level that we're on? I don't like when our army is not professional. It doesn't feel good. Field 6 armies totaling up to approximately 400,000 active troops. Okay, which is a good amount. The real issue we're having is the quality, not quantity. Yeah, that's that professionalism I was talking about. What is the current equipment status? Our army is quite outdated by today's military standards. Most of our equipment is 2 decades old. Ooh. We got that funny previous war fucking equipment. All right. To make up for our lack of modern military equipment, we resort to a large number of soldiers, which is not really a long-term solution. No, it's not. Doesn't work in the modern world. You can't take that hill when the enemy has fucking jets. Doesn't really work. I have been trying hard to reduce the negative effects of this problem. We don't need a modernization program. A standardized purchase of lacking equipment would do. Okay. We need more funding towards expanding the military size, otherwise our army will be seen as weak. Where are they at? What are we doing? The first army is stationed at the Lesbia and Welland borders to protect the way into the central regions of Swordland. The second army, our largest force, has been situated by the Rumburg border. Alright. The second army has a large mountain commando force and is the most adequately equipped army to face Rumburg. The third army is near the Agnolian border and the coastal areas facing Volksland. Due to our bitter past, our coastal defense force is always on alert. The decimation of our fleet still is not forgotten. The decimation. How do we compare to other armies? And they say, we are not cool. We are not cool. Rumburg fields about 6 armies amounting to 1 million soldiers. Lesbia fields 5 armies, which amounts to 800,000. Okay, so we're... Volksland fields 1 army of about 140,000. Okay. Welland fields an army of 100,000. Agnoli has 2,000. Okay. The sheer size of Rumburg's army is because of their forced conscription laws. They are able to afford such a large force due to their massive gold reserves, which significantly came from Rizzi over the past decades. On the other hand, the Lesbian army is the most advanced following the Volkslandian army. Both of these countries put lots of money in modernizing their military. They love their military, but you don't seem to, do you, Mr. President? You don't seem to like yours. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to fix the economy. I can't fix both. I mean, if you want a big army, we need a bigger economy. That's how this works. I don't want to be one of those fucking failure nothing countries that puts all their money into the military and they got nothing else. It'd be embarrassing. Tell me about the Navy. Is it cool? 60,000 sailors and support staff. As you know, these ships are commanded from our main naval base in Conriat, where our flagship SSN Renan is docked. How does our Navy compare to others? Is it cool? Our Navy is dwarfed by the size of the Voxlandian Navy, which has 194 ships, and the Agnolian Navy that has 81 ships. We are nothing to them. We only surpassed Lesbia in terms of our Navy. Okay. As you see, the situation is dire, but the solution is not just more ships. To make a truly better Navy, we need to equip our ships with modern radar and sonar systems. More outdated ships wouldn't mean much. Which seas does our This is not a question the president should be asking. Which seas is the Navy in? Where is that? Sir, we're patrolling the sea around us and the main strait, so you know this. Our Navy protects all coastal regions, however, to make sure we are not thinning our defense, we prioritize certain regions over others, like Greater Wall Sword. We often patrol the routes that are close to the shipping lanes, especially Marquis and Stingray Strait. The amount of cargo goes through the area is eye-opening. Another thing to know, after the takeover of Helliond, where our Navy has led incursion operations to protect Agnoli, we also take part in some joint Navy drills as well. Okay, let's hear about the other stupid fucking branches. Which one? How's the Air Force? Our Air Force currently has 410 planes, out of which only 140 are jet planes that are not in great condition. First staff in the Air Force, they're commanded from the American Air Force Base in Erlery. What are our operational capabilities? Our planes can bomb targets within 400-kilometer radius of the airfield. They have medium-range and semi-effective nighttime bombing capabilities. At any time, we can field 7 air wings composing... You're getting very specific with me. I hope I don't have to know this. I hope this is not important to a war in our future. It might be important for a war in our future. We might get invaded. This is not great, but still within the effective radius of the bombs. Are pilots like cool, or are they like newbie dipshits? Do they take the beer can and crash it on their head? Our pilots have average experience. They have a total of 450 flight hours flight time with the craft before they are qualified. This gives them more than enough time to get used to it. This is low compared to the others. I think it's fine. Normally the hours per pilot should be higher, but due to the lack of funding, we can increase. You're gonna ask for money from me, and I can't give it to you. So why are we talking? How does it work together with the other branches? The Air Force is trained as an independent tactical support branch, which means it assists other branches but does not collaborate. That seems weird. This does cause some issues like friendly fire and missed close air support opportunities. Why are we doing that? There are ways to improve collaboration with joint operation rooms. Do we have the stupid Japan military where we don't talk to each other? Oh no. I don't like being shit in all areas. Like, we have to be good at something. Actually, let's move on. He cleared his throat. He says, I want money. He says, I want money. You've betrayed me. I want money. As if the reduction wasn't enough, you also decided against reinforcing our border. If Rumburg were attacked, we would need to sacrifice many soldiers. Yosef narrowed his eyes. He says, yeah, I'm sure you'd say that. How fucking dare you accuse me of treachery, Yosef? No. Ridiculous. The Minister of Defense cannot say ridiculous at me. Let's calm down, gentlemen. Let's not kill each other. Let's leave that to Rumburgians. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I need to fix the economy. We don't have an economy. It has to be fixed. Yeah, that's what I did. I cut the funding to the military. I don't know what to tell you. Move on. I've told you this like 7 times now. Move on. We'll need to cut training time, let soldiers go and stop purchasing equipment. And this is disastrous and will destroy the armed forces as we know it. I don't know what to tell you. Military makes do. I'm sure you talented gentlemen. I'm sure you fucking talented and cool gentlemen will figure it out. Yeah, whatever. I'm going off of the assumption that it will be fine. It may not be fine. That's still the assumption I'm going off of. No need to cause a ruckus, gentlemen. Tell that to hundreds of thousands that will lose their employment in the Honorable General Staff of the Armed Forces. It's not as important as it claims to be there for the right choice. The money is not there. The economy is in danger. We have negative in the government. Fuck off. Leave me be. We expected much more of you. I don't know why you didn't give me more of a budget. Yeah, okay, go away. Meeting concluded. There's nothing I can tell him that will make him happy. Republic of Magnolia. Oh. Diplomatic mission. Oh shit, I haven't been clicking on all that. Fuck my life. Republic, member of AN. He's currently leading a diplomatic mission. That's like cool. That's like cool. What does the news say about me? A blow to national pride! A recent investment by Rumberg and Rizzi in our homegrown Gaslam Corporation. Yeah, I don't care about that. I moved on from that a long time ago. Second Kantana satellite in space! Oh no, we're losing the space race. I mean, I don't think we're in the space race. That ain't happening. Chairman, the rest of the world announced the second successful satellite launch. Sputnik is up there, and we are fucked. They're fucking spying on us right now. In a significant move, the government has decided to back the Gruni Rural Development Investment Plan. Massive protest against Governor Braun. Do I like him? Discriminatory policies. Okay, I don't really like him. Rizzi invites Rumberg's Royal Emerald Energy into Gaslam. Well, and to invest in Gaslam through a proposed partnership with the state-owned Rizzian Oil and Gas. That will affect me later and not now, so it's not important. The country information. Diplomatic mission. We're like talking to them, I guess. Read the report. President Smolak has condemned Sordland for accepting financial aid from Arcasia. He said that cooperating with Arcasia will only bring trouble to the region and warned Sordland for falling into the trap of the West's neo-colonialist agenda. Smolak has blamed Arcasian President Dwight Walker for trying to dominate Eastern Maricopa and exploit his resources. Yeah, well, they give me money, so fuck off. Sordland 1's flight from Holstor to Rocklowitz took approximately 5 hours. Despite heavy turbulence, I managed to sleep a little. Simon, David, and I landed at the international airport of the capital city of Welland. Our aim here was to finalize the trade deal drafted between Sordland and Welland. Our plane landed and the door opened. The sun blinded me for a moment. I stepped outside. I saw the soldiers lined up on either side of a red carpet. There must have been at least 100 of them. A marching band started playing and the soldiers immediately saluted me. Oh my god, salute them. I love my soldiers. I love my soldiers. I pay them money. Victor Smolak was waiting for me next to a military jeep. There were a few reporters. He was a tall man, almost as tall as me. He was wearing large sunglasses and a regular suit. Yeah, you can't have a short president. We're never going to have a short president. It's never going to happen. The moment you're seen as short on the fucking debate, you're done, you're done, you're done. He was wearing large sunglasses and a regular suit, contrasting with the military attire of everyone else. Mr. President, welcome to Rocklowitz. He immediately motioned for an embrace. We hugged and many cameras went off at the same time. He turned around for a couple additional poses. Nice to see you, Mr. President. I'm also president. How fun is that? Now that the pleasantries are done, let's go. We'll take the jeep for a tour. With another tune from the marching band, we boarded the military jeep. He sat in the driver's seat, and I sat next to him. As we started speeding up, the soldiers saluted again. Victor saluted back. I will move on, because I've already did that once, and I don't need to do it 1,000 million fucking times. But there's other security departments. We'll first go to the city center to see the unveiling of a statue. Okay. Whose statue? Mine, of course. I win statues. We kept making small talk. The weather was made our way. On almost every corner there were reporters taking photos of us. Aside from them, of course, the streets seemed completely empty. Is it fucking always this empty? Are you fucking North Korea? What is this what is going on? I had this part of the city closed down because of your visit so that you could enjoy the city in peace. Okay. There we are. We arrived at the center. In the middle of a large plaza, there was a covered statue. Large crowds of people were gathered behind fences, waving both Sordland and Welland flags. Victor waved back at them. My people have been very supportive of this visit, Mr. President. I'm sure you were delighted to see them. Men came closer. With my limited knowledge of the Vesic language, I understood the words victor and murderer. Oh. Almost instantaneously, 2 soldiers came up from behind the man. He was taken away. This man is going to tell me that I have this power too, and I could use it if I wanted to, and I'll say, I wish I could, man. I wish I could. Might wanna, might potentially someday. I see that you know how to handle distance. Very good. What will happen to the man who is protesting you? Which one? I don't even think about him. He must have been a troubled fellow. He will be killed later. We took our places in front of the statue with the drum roll. The statue was uncovered. It was a fairly good likeness, albeit more muscular than the real Victor. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake, are you kidding me? He's wearing a cloak and holding a sword in his hand. Excellent statue, very lifelike. What do you think? I don't have time for these silly fucking games. Don't worry, we will. Join me for a walk. I feel like this is North Korea. Maybe I'm very good to not have gotten in bed with them. I followed him through the streets. At every corner, more and more photos were taken. It's a lot of photos being taken. It's really just legitimizing you. Is that what this is? Is that the idea of what we're doing? So, oh, look at Big Swordland. They're talking to little me. I must be important. Give me 2 strudels. The man behind the stand smiled and gave us 2 strudels. You can't do that. You have to pay for that. This is not a person we should be talking to. You know what? I'll pay him. Yo, money doesn't count here. I got this. Yeah. He handed the money to the street vendor with a huge smile on his face. The cameras flashed again. Made him look like a dipshit. Afterwards, we walked for a short distance to the palace. Passing the gates, we made our way into the main building made with ivory-colored stones. The old guard towers flanked the magnificent structures from both sides. The inside of the palace was very spacious, with a very large chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Oh, that's where Peter gets his chandeliers from. Grand staircases made from the same ivory stone had red carpets on them. On the upper levels, guards stood wearing the traditional outfits of the old Wessex kingdom. We finally reached the office of the president of Welland. The door closed behind us. I looked around at the golden ornaments on the walls and the various jewel-encrusted artifacts. Listen, as bad as you think I might be, I could be worse. I could be way worse. Now we can talk about our trade deal. Yeah, whatever, man. But before that, bring the Kisha. What the fuck is that? Like some Star Wars beast he's about to bring out here. A few assistants immediately entered the room carrying a large ornamented Kisha, the well-known oh, he has the hookah, I say. Why do you fucks keep goddamn smoking? You're gonna die of cancer. Victor inhaled the smoke and handed me the Kisha. I don't smoke, it's fine. You're lost, it's the finest tobacco in the land. I want every single one of these characters to get cancer and die, and I'm the only one who doesn't. So, Mr. President, it's too long. Can I call you Anton? No. No, you can't. Tell me, what do you really think about Rumburg? The fucking fat piece of shit. They can go to hell. I don't have any reason to be speaking of these things to you. I don't like you. I think that they have their own needs and their own agenda, and we will move on. But their ambitions are over Weldon and Swordland. They want to eat us. We must be careful, Mr. President. I assure you their time will come. What does that mean? Victor, what does that mean? I don't want further conflict. I want it to stop. Yeah, well, I'm gonna make it worse is the thing. I'm gonna make it worse. My penis is small and I need everybody to know how large it is, so I'm gonna make it worse. They're coming whether we like it or not. They're the aggressor, not us. And now I need to solve some problems they're creating for me. What is it? He clapped his hands again. 2 assistants came into the room with a map of the border regions between Welland and Swordland. He pointed at the border. Look. Bloods and their so-called BFF are causing problems for me in this region. They're getting increasingly dangerous with Rumburg's active support. I know that they are a problem for you as well. I will not allow these traitors to exist within my borders, so I will hit them with all the might of Welland. These terrorists need to be destroyed. I will cut all the supplies from Rumburg and trap them on the mountains. I call it Operation Bear Trap. I hate the operation names. They're always the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't want military operations next to my border. Okay. He lay back on the large pillow behind him. Here's the deal. I will give you objectively the best trade deal in this region. You will give me your assistance crushing the terrorists on both of our borders. I don't want it. I don't want to talk to you. Why did I come here? Why did I come here? I need specifics. Sure. My spies have infiltrated BFF cells and they found caches of KA-74s. We traced them back to Rumburg. This alone justifies my retaliation to protect my country. I saw the same thing in my country and I'm like, let's calm it down. He sees the thing and it's like, I want to go to war. I'm just saying, one of us has a future, one of us does not. We'll see which one of those it is, but I don't know. Worst of all, we also found that similar shipments are going to Swordland. Rumburg, yeah, I already know about that. Rumberg is trying to unite the BFF forces in both our countries. However, the main problem is the border security between our nations. I'm not opening up my border to you, man. BFF militants have been using the mountains between Sworthland and Welland to escape justice in both our countries. If we don't act and trap them in those mountains, they will keep replenishing their forces in both of our countries and keep waging war against our citizens. Yes, sir, Mr. President, you see, this is not just Welland's problem. Let's take a step back and talk about what you will get in return. I propose you a no-tariff co-investment projects in oil. Ooh. In return, you will assist me in destroying the armed militants in my country. You know that as long as they use the mountains in Welland as a base, Sworthland and Lesbia will equally suffer. This is in the interest of the whole region. You're offering me rather a lot. You're also wanting me to go to war with Rumberg, and the thing about that is I don't want that. Can't Welland handle it by itself? Is Welland so fucking small and fucking dipshit? Why would you offer me so much? Why wouldn't I? I want Sworthland to be Welland's friend. I bet you do. The question is, do you also want Welland as your friend? And I say, no. I say, no. What I want from you in return for all the money and the resources is only a joint operation. It's just a little operation, man. It's a little operation, okay? We just do a little, we get in and out, 5-minute adventure. I take a moment to think about it. No. This is a trap. When they called it Operation Bear Trap, it's a bear trap for me. I stick my stupid foot in there, and I'm in this for like years. I don't want it. Sorry. Wait, Mr. President, wait! Normally, I wouldn't offer anything else, but I like you. Here's my final offer. When the operation starts with you or without you, there will be stragglers trying to cross into Sworthland. We just want you to support the operation even if you do not join. Stop the terrorists from fleeing into your country and you will have your deal. Simple, isn't it? What do you think? you gotta do this for me, man. You gotta do this for me, man. I don't know, man. You don't seem like the guy for me. It's just, are they actually terrorists though, is the thing? That's my question. Because I can see the exact thing that happened before. I mean, we did set this up in the very beginning, where I was on the border there, and you know, they were just trying to get, they were not terrorists. I don't know about you. I don't think that this is for me. God damn it! God damn it! But you decided to leave Welland to fend for itself! Such a shame. I'm sure a powerful leader like Saul would have accepted this great offer without a doubt. My assistants will show you the way. Get out of here! Get out of my pleasure palace! Take care of yourself, Victor. I don't want to be friends with him. I do not want to be friends with him. I don't think he's for us. I think he's for other people that are not me. He scares me. He frightens me terribly. I like this other people who we were already friends with before. We already know them. They're already cool. They're kind of democratic. Okay. Let's talk to these people. Sworthland 1's flight from Holster to Stallport took 3 hours but went very smoothly. We were about to touch down. David left his seat and came over while Simon was enjoying his newspaper. I like being friends with the allies I've always been friends with. I like strengthening allegiances. I don't like the little North Korea countries. I don't like them. They frighten me. Looks like we're about to land. So many conflicts over such a small piece of land. The island can barely sustain itself without outside help. Yeah, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly when you really think about it. Thousands of people died fighting for it. I wonder if it was worth it. I suspect it will be one of the topics that Mr. Van Horten will bring up as a bargaining chip. We must be careful. Helland might be under the control of Agnoli, but the international community has yet to recognize it for a good reason too. Nobody wants to make an enemy of Volksland, especially because why does everything have 15 fucking effects? I hate how everything's connected. Why can't we disconnect some of this shit? Nobody wants to make an enemy of Volksland. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't care who we're up against. Oop. We should try to look at the bigger picture. Simon folded his newspaper, got up from his seat, and sat right next to us. Aside from the point of Hillland, we need to be careful with the additional requests. According to the deal that was negotiated so far, they want us to sell their steel for a higher price and they're requesting easier access to our agricultural market. In return, they're promising cash flow and investments, especially in the England region. It's hard not to guess why. Ignoring the immigrants in our England region make up a good chunk of the area's economy now. During the immigration negotiations, they're off the topic of immigration. The fact that we've relaxed our immigration laws will help us tremendously. Let's see if we can shake hands on it. This feels more like an actual deal. This feels less like backroom bullshit. This sounds like, hey, we have common interests. Let's work together and be cool. I took another look outside the window. The large dockyards of the city and the canal stalled in Agnolia, appearing closer as our descent continued. Stopport was certainly a fitting name. A couple minutes later, we finally touched down. The plane parked. The welcoming ceremony was ready on the red carpet. After the guards made their way out, I exited the plane. I wave at the crowd. Everybody loves me. They always love me. Nowhere in sight. Instead, I was greeted by the foreign minister. After handshakes and a couple photos, I moved to the car where Serge was waiting to drive me to the office of Prime Minister. Good day, sir. I hope the flight was comfortable. It was. Thank you, Serge. We love Serge. I got in the car. We made our way through the foreign streets. Our convoy was protected by Swedish and Agnolian guards in their vehicles. Maybe with double the guards, I will not die. I got on the highway beside the port. Saw dozens of dockyards and ships. Some of the boats and machinery looked old. The city itself looked very gray and grim. The buildings had a touch of Rumberg's famous Monarchian. Oh no. She's here. It's here. They're here. With a mixture of Swedish signatures, dome ones on the older ones. We were now on the main road. Looks like they're not happy to see you, sir. Fucking why? Fucking why? Serge pointed at the crowd that gathered on both sides of the street. It was a protest. They were shouting and yelling at our convoy. Some of them held signs written in Swedish. Swordland must pay its debts to Agnolia. I never knew Agnolians were so ungrateful. Not everyone sees a great leader like you every day. I don't know, man. I just want to get through it. I don't know. Am I good? Maybe I suck. Sir, humility is important, but not in this case. They were always scared of Swordland's potential, but now they are afraid that a lion leads Swordland. He calls me a lion. He calls me a lion. I love Serge. Serge is a good man. I think he'd probably take a bullet for me. We finally came to a stop in front of the door. Serge left the car and opened the car door. I exited and began walking to the door where dozens of press and the Prime Minister were waiting for me. I saw the PM much more clearly as I neared the door. He was shorter than I thought. Oh, seems like you're a pretty bad countryman. Shorter than I thought. Thank you for the warm welcome. I love that your people fucking protest me. I don't care. Not my people, not my problem. Prime Minister. He reached out for a handshake. The press surrounding us had been waiting for this moment. Fuck off. Fuck off. I think that we shake hands and hug after because we can be fucking friends. We shook hands and I went for a hug, which was received well by the Prime Minister. Okay, good, good, good. The press went wild and took more pictures. He gestured to the entrance of the 200-year-old Parliament building. Hey, hey, we've been friends in the past. Let's be friends in the future. Let's work this out. I got a North Korea guy on my border. I got a Russia on my border. It's too many fuckos on my border. We entered and the press followed us inside. I would like to present you with a gift as a sign of friendship between our countries. An assistant showed us immediately with a large glass case in her hands. It contained a single sheet of parchment inside. What is it? This here is one of the first treaties written between Swordland and Agnolia, just like the one you prepared with Mr. Rishi before my term. May it mark the renewal of our friendship today as well. This is an amazing gift, thank you. Our photos were taken again. I gestured at one of my retainers who was holding our gift to the PM. A Swedish-bred puppy, despite Martin's known fear of dogs. You're fucking crazy! Gift one of the original copies of the first Constitution of Swordland. This, like, very silly. Gift an ornamented ceremonial sword made from Swedish steel. Wait a second. 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 Shit, this is relevant. This is relevant. This is relevant. They gave me information. Fuck. 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 They gave me information. What the fuck was the situation? What was the deal with the steel? The steel was important. The steel had everything to do with everything. It would mean something if I gave them steel. What would it mean? Fuck, what would that mean? Shit. What would it mean? What the fuck would it mean? What the fuck would it mean? What the fuck would that mean? Okay, should give an air base. Gendarmerie under defense. I don't remember what the situation was. I just read it like 5 minutes ago. Fuck. I wanna die. Republic of Welland. That's not it. Whole sword. Presence my light sword for, okay, he didn't like that. Central bank, that's not what I want. Fuck, what does that mean? It's gotta be in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Economy? Is it an economy? Decreased trade volume, Berkshire, England. The region, which was now once known for a stable economy, is now facing unprecedented challenges with rising level of crimes. They wanted me to like buy it for, they wanted it to be like for less or something. How would this be taken? I care, damn it, I care. I wish I didn't care. I hate caring. Fucking sucks caring. Fucking sucks caring. God, it sucks. These are all my people. That's not who I care about. Foreign leaders. It's not, I'm giving him the sword, and I hope it means exactly what I think it means. Ah, an excellent specimen. This must be hundreds of years old. It looks like this is sword is steel as well. Very fitting. Thank you. I hope that was cool. I bet that meant a lot. Let's go to my office. Follow me. I followed him, and we entered the office of the Prime Minister. With its minimalist wooden decor, the room was far more modest than I expected. We sat down. He leaned back and made himself comfortable. Why would you give him the puppy? Why would you give him a fucking puppy? What kind of goddamn banana state are you? Fucking Banana Republic insanity. I'm thankful to be done with the ceremonies. Yeah, I don't like them either. They're silly. I just want to talk. It's one of the tougher parts of our job. He got up from his chair and moved over to the bar. There were many varieties of liquor. Would you like a drink, Mr. Rain? Sure. Ah, you know your drink. He poured the drinks and gave mine to me before sitting down again. I don't know. We just need to be friends. Let's get to business and be friends. Let's. First of all, I would like to say that I have been watching your recent immigration policy changes. I'm glad that you've decided to keep it relaxed. Immigrants are very important for beneficial economical development. We believe that very much. It's reassuring to see Swordland moved in a more modern direction. Thank you. He took a sip from his vodka. So tell me, Mr. Rain, is Swordland a reliable trading partner to Magnolia? Yes! Yes! Yes, we are! Invest! Yes. I say yes. Very good. And then Horton leaned back further in contemplation. Let's change the course of our nations. Let's be friends. First of all, if we shake hands on it, this agreement is going to be extremely beneficial for both of us. It's going to be very beneficial for you, but I'd also like money. You should be able to solve your recession in no time with the investment money flow coming from us. This is, as you know, on top of the reduced tariffs for our trade between our countries. Of course, in return, as discussed between my people, you allow us privileged access to your agriculture market. You'll be buying steel from us for a higher price, which is a small price to pay, really. It's like nothing at all. It's like really nothing. That is the deal. What do you say, Mr. Rain? Yeah, that was like what we're gonna do. I think we should just do this. I think we should just be friends. I think we should be friends and we should trade. Before we dive into the paperwork for the trade deal, I want to offer you another possibility. I would like to expand on our new partnership. We have regional forces like Rumburg that have been imposing danger on both of our countries. I'm of the mind that we must unite. So, by the powers bestowed upon me as Prime Minister, I'm offering a military alliance between Swordland and Magnolia. What do you think? This seems scary. But we've been friends before, and they're not a bad country. They scare me way less than North Korea over there. And if we're in an alliance, maybe Rumburg will shut the fuck up. We need allies. We have no allies. We need allies. I think we should just be allies. That is excellent to hear. Our ministers will go over the details later. Now that we have gone this far and are willing to enter an alliance, there's another topic that I would like to bring up. Oh, here's the bullshit. So we've done some good stuff together. Here's the bullshit. Let me slap it on the table for you. As you know, Helen has long contested between Agnoli and Vogsland. Those warmongers want to take back my island. You know how the international community does not recognize our rightful claim, including Swordland. What better act to cement our alliance than announcing to the world that Swordland recognized Helen to be Agnolian territory? I just don't know about. It's scary. You're scaring me. 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 I think he's asking too much. It is a reasonable request, but I won't push too far on the matter. We've achieved enough for today. I was gonna say you're fine, man. Calm down. Calm down. We're in a military alliance now. Calm down. We must continue the official program. As you know, we will pay a visit to our founder's grave for another ceremony. Afterwards, we will move on to the state dinner. After you. As soon as we left office, I briefed Simon and David on the outcome of the meeting. The rest of our state trip was full of fake smiles, handshakes, and incredibly long ceremonies, and even longer meetings between our ministers and their counterparts. When we came to the end of the trip, the way back was mostly silent. I couldn't... What does that mean? You not happy with what I did? Do you not love what I did? Do you hate what I did? I feel like I did really good there. It was time to discuss the good news. I have to say, that felt like good news to me. I got us in an alliance with a good country and covered trade volume. Is it getting better? Policies updated. Trade with Agnolia, trade initiative, joint military exercises. Hey, we have friends, Rumberg. We have friends. Higher steel imports. Yeah, that sucks, but it's like whatever. Government budget. I want that to stop. I hate economy danger. It makes me scared. Is this the thing? Yeah. Read the report. ATO brokers for peace amidst rising claims. Amidst rising tensions triggered by Rizia's territorial claims over the Aureus gas field and the pressure exerted on Pales, the ATO has issued an advisory cautioning against potential disturbances in the region's stability. The advisory is coupled with the ATO's commitment to protect the interests of its member states both economically and strategically. Lesbia, a key ATO member and home to Les Power Corp, a significant player in the energy industry, is stepping in to mediate the dispute. ATO, particularly given Lesbia's involvement, highlights its readiness to protect. They go deep in this game. They ask me to actually know what things are. And games don't usually do that. So every time they do it, it does scare me. They have expectations. Swordland and Agnoli enter alliance. Swordland is entering a military alliance. Told reports that the alliance has historic development that will benefit both countries. He also said there's up. Regarding Rumberg being an asshole up north. Swordland opens its agricultural market. We'll continue to advocate for continued fair trade. Yeah, that's fine. Van Horten is playing with fire. Helen, during the press release, said Agnolia's unlawful occupation of the island will not stop us from doing whatever it takes. He heavily criticized and condemned Prime Minister Van Horten, saying we are dealing with an illegal occupation force which doesn't refrain from blah 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 blah. As a result of his recent Agnolian visit, President Rain have made a joint alliance. The ever-changing political landscape of Eastern Markup is about to change again. The effects of this alliance and the grander scheme will mean an increased trade and, more importantly, military deterrent against the foes of the two countries. This is especially important following the heightened tensions between Agnoli and Vogsland. President Rain's Agnoli visit has certainly been fruitful to Swordland so far. So far. We say so far. The HTO has extended official recognition and legitimacy not only to Service International and Palantor Security Solutions Palantor. Interesting. This decision marks a significant policy shift. Sanctioning of PMC activities has consequently reshaped the international dynamics. We're going to say that that's fine and good and dandy and lovely, and we will always have friends and be happy. There's a lot of reports you have for me. Sovereignty has outlawed private military companies, prioritizing the state-regulated forces, and as a secondary measure, Alliance emphasizes the state's capacity and responsibility to secure its boundaries. The ban aims to maintain the rule of law within its territories. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Oh my god, you're working a new job? Are you doing the thing that you've always done? Chancellor Emmerich Hegel has voiced his concerns over potential privatization. He expressed a desire for Swordland to consider a more equitable approach. Hegel further stated that Volksland will remain as supportive of Swordland. How is it better than ever? You played video games. How is it better? How could it become better? United Contana has voiced its disapproval of the financial accord between Swordland and Arcasia. Chairman Mileniev criticized for inviting the ATO to meddle in the affairs of Eastern Mercopa. Shut up and die. Don't like you people anyway. Okay, those are some funny reports. Is there other reports you want me to read? Do I need to go back into my country now? Do I need to click into here? I think I need to click into somewhere. I do need to click into here. Oh, thank God. Fucking be done. The L1 railway was running from Holsford to Lockhaven and is mostly complete. Nonetheless, the project will be completed on time thanks to the administration's decisive actions. The administration is very cool. Amazing. The people you didn't like, was that the strange people we were told about that occasionally wandered in and did strange things? The smelly, the frog woman and all that. Region are expected to gain a significant... Oh, you're free. You're free from the riffraff. You went from like one of the small hotels in Vegas to one of the big ones with the high rollers, I guess. The high rollers of Mount Vernon. Very good. I like when things are nearly done. How's education going? Have we fixed that bullshit? It's reporting that the massive overhaul to the education system is progressing very well. Good. I didn't like what I saw when I went to that one random school. It was scary, it was very military, and it frightened me. Other changes are also happening in the curriculum. Pedagogical improvements like improved teacher-student relations and the emphasis on critical thinking development have all begun. Amazing. We're teaching kids to think. Wouldn't you know? It's probably a good idea. I came to the Grand National Assembly of Swordland. You say, I know how to do this already, actually. I fucking worked at 15 of these places, idiot. You spit on them. Out of my way, let me begin. Over a speech regarding the new constitution, asked for the support of the assembly. Okay, here's where we try to do the constitution. They say, no, we will not have this. You fail as a president, your legacy is tarnished. Get away from us. And then I take over. When I entered the hall, the assembly was in complete chaos with shouting and cursing between the parties. Fucking have some decorum. There was a heavy argument about a proposal made by a PM from NFP. I took my seat inside the special area reserved for the ministers. Gloria was shouting from her seat at the center of the hall. She hit the gavel 3 times, which struck heavier than the one before. Order! Order! I saw Casaro Kibner standing up from his seat and shouting towards the member of the PFJ. Mr. Kibner, calm yourself. Show respect to the procedure of this assembly. For a couple of minutes before everybody took back their seats, it finally went quiet. Next time when I tell you to do so, either take your seat or leave the hall so we can proceed with the procedures of the assembly and continue our duties. Some MPs from the NFP shouted back at her, "Honorable ladies and gentlemen, if you allow me to continue," she pointed at me. "We have the president with us today." He asked to give an important announcement. You have the floor, Mr. President. Honorable members of Assembly, I am here today to raise important questions about our stupid constitution. I don't like it. Our elected assembly has always been overshadowed by the executive and the designated judiciary branches in Swordland. The Grand National Assembly must be able to exercise its job properly without obstruction. However, our current constitution fails to guarantee this. We finally rewrite the constitution of Solon, break our chains of the past, to call everyone to stand by to make historic changes to bring us to the standards of today's world. I like democracy! I like democracy! Democracy cool! Follow those changes. Pause came from SP. We will rebalance the branches of the government to ensure a more democratic process. It's like cool guys. It's like cool guys. I say peace. Peace. We will have peace. The 29 Constitution was the product of a time of war. Now is a time for peace. As we must make peace between each other, we must strive for peace in the world. We need a more democratic constitution that would reflect the will of the people and flourish in the upcoming times of peace and prosper. Please stop screaming and protesting. Peace. Make Swordsland great again! We'll be removing the presidential decrees and leave lawmaking to the assembly. Let's just embrace the future. I don't remember what I promised. Just go ahead. Mr. President, with all due respect, I believe Swordsland is already democratic. I'm better than you. I'm not finished yet, Mrs. Story. Takwinsul and his efforts cannot be ignored. We must keep following the path he defined for Swordish people. I'm sure the honorable members of the USP will see that the president is acting rash by allying with the opposition to destroy the culture of Soloism that established Swordland. That was the extent of my quick note. Thank you. The president has the floor. We are not here to destroy Soloism nor our cultural values. I'll act as if that didn't happen. I think the USP is behind me. Right, guys? You're all behind me, right? I would ask everyone to think clearly about the situation. I would ask you to be thankful for everything we've had and work towards a better future, please. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, I demand you vote right! You could be part of a new era. It'd be pretty fucking cool. It'd make you pretty goddamn sexy if you did. USP will change and lead Swordsland into the future. Let's write the future together. I salute the crowd. I don't know what I do. Finishing with a poem is too stupid. I salute the crowd. For a united Swordsland. The assembly roared with all kinds of different reactions. Some applauses came from the PFJP and the USP, and most of the others started to make loud noises again. Thank you, dipshit. I'll see you hanged. Walk back to my seat. Yes, Mr. Richter. Thank you, Mrs. Speaker. I'd like to thank Mr. President for his speech. We, the People's Freedom and Justice Party, stand in agreement with the need for a more democratic constitution. I would like to thank the ladies and gentlemen of the United Swordsland Party for their more open attitude compared to past years. As long as Mr. President's words prove not to be just words, we will be behind. What do you want me to do? You vote on it. You're the fuckers that vote on this shit. You fucking make it happen. Goddamn. I asked Mr. President to share the final contents of this proposal as soon as possible. Thank you, Mrs. Speaker. Kazar Kibner, the president must have lost his mind! He's lost his mind! Order! Madam Speaker, I know you're in agreement with me as well. Don't stand idly while this administration is making deals. They're gonna kill me! They're gonna kill me! Mr. Kibner, how many times do I need to say? You're speaking out of turn. I demand to speak! Gloria gave him a stare. She looked annoyed. Very well. Go ahead. Mr. President! He looked directly at me. Mr. President, I have a bomb! The nationalist movement does not agree with your priorities, nor the way you're trying to implement them. The National Front Party, yeah, you're the crazy ones. Let it be known that the NFP's concerns are not included in the so-called democratic reforms. Thus, Mr. President, I am being silenced right now! I'm being silenced! I'm being silenced! I'm being silenced! Everybody should know I'm being silenced! As he stands on the floor of the goddamn Congress. We will stand our ground against any attempt to bring down or establish political culture and national values. Thank you. You're so cool. You're so cool. I want to speak, I guess. He is not on my side. He is not gonna be. I will thank everybody for their comments. All right, Mr. President, whatever. Order, the topic is finished. We are moving on to our next topic. I slowly left the hall. The shouting could be heard from it's a fucking madhouse. We are fully House of Representatives in there. It is a madhouse. Okay. Our elected assembly has always been overshadowed. I did say that. I hope people like that I said that. Same as was surprised and was welcome. My friend's record of the PFJP. It was made to exercise his job properly. Walker warns folks signed to the Navy over Howland dispute. This is a whole thing. I can't. Okay, so we're intercepting. Okay. I guess I was about to not read that, but then I saw intercepted and I felt like I should. Warn them to move out of Agnolian waters. The Vox landing captain did not respond to the communication, but both ships backed away from the scene. Okay. That's fun. We're having some fucking Cuban Missile Crises over there. That's like cool. I like that. I like when we do that. Wealth of Nations. Wealth of Nations! He said it! What does that mean? What does that mean? Did it pass? Did it fucking pass? Boosting the economy. Central Bank Reinforcement Act. It's poised to boost this. I want money. We need money. Make money happen, please. Thank you. Rizzi and Rumberg sign economic cooperation deal. Rumberg gains naval base rights. Why did... Oh, Rizzi is no good. The hidden power of men in uniform. No political leader can survive in office without some support from the general staff. My general staff does not like me. Who are known to be, though nowadays fewer officers assume the role of political leaders. Yeah, they hate me. They do hate me. They might try to overtake me. I could see that. That might be the path for me. General Staff gathers has convened at the Ministry of Defense to assess the security conditions. More than 20 high-ranking officers were in attendance to discuss several war plans. What are you talking about? What do you mean war? God damn it! The Ministry of Health has finished a privatization proposal. The plan in order to increase the resources of the health system. I thought I gave you people more money. What are you talking about? Minister Benawal reported that much more could be achieved through the healthcare system if the private sector could slightly assist. The private sector wants in on this. God damn it. I want to do this one first. This one seems happy. This one seems better. This one seems happier for me. We arrived in Holstered for the grand opening ceremony. It was a proud moment. Everything is happy and good. I had some effect on the world. First of all, congratulations, everyone, to many more projects like this, please God. Well done, everyone. We couldn't have done this without our excellent team. You all did this together. Let's move on to our plans for the opening tomorrow. It's been a long time since the last successful infrastructure project. There's good reason to capitalize on the occasion. I have a plan on how to do that. Driving the first I could drive the first train. That is a very good image, actually. Can you fucking imagine if FDR was driving the trains across the nation? I'd be so fucking happy. You go outside, you see FDR coming by. He says, "Hello, son!" And you cry with happiness. I don't support anything beyond the opening ceremony. Actions speak for themselves anyway. You're so stupid. I see your point, but involving the president further could be beneficial for the administration. Ooh, that could go really poorly, because if the train fucking breaks down, what an embarrassment. What a miserable embarrassment. That would be really miserable. That'd be so miserable if it fucked up. Like, beyond embarrassing. Legacy tarnishing is what I would say. The president built a broken train. Look at what he did. I don't know. I'm scared now. I scared myself. I don't want this. We'll do the ceremony, open the upgraded railway to the public immediately after. The people will be satisfied with the improved transportation service anyway. Additionally, a large crowd is invited for the ceremony and will be watching the opening speech. I'm so glad. Like the good old campaign days. Things were certainly easier back then. On another note, it goes without mentioning that this was a team effort. Beginning with the president who put his trust in me, I want to thank all who were involved in L1. You deserve a lot of credit. You're a very cool guy, Simon. Good for you. We had our disagreements, but the important thing was the outcome. Swordfish people got what they needed for a long time. We will show our best face tomorrow. Blah-blah-dee-blah-blah-dee-blah. We have a lot of work to do. See you in the morning. Once again, good work, everybody. The sunny weather created a positive mood in the unusually gray hall sword. The crowd looked quite large. I spotted many party members among them. We began moving toward the stage as the excitement was growing. The signal loosened to begin. I gave the green light and the opening address began. Brothers and sisters of Swordland, I welcome you Horsordians today as a proud servant of this country. Lucine's voice echoed in the central station. Thousands of Swordland and USP flags began to wave as the loud cheers intensified. I invite the President of Sworthland to the stage. I will go up here. I'll be shot. It's over. Game over. Welcome to the opening of the one high-speed railway. Chanting incitement from the crowd intensified. A large group began singing the national anthem. Oh my God, people are like real patriotic about this shit. Our work is far from over. This is so much more, guys. I have so much more in mind. I can get that number way lower. Okay, do you understand? Rural region areas between Hallsword and Lockhaven. Our intention was to serve our citizens who were having a hard time traveling between the major cities of Hallsword and Lockhaven. And cities in which Hallsword and Lockhaven to create economic growth in the greater. Sure. Bringing down the travel by half, traveling between now faster, brings thousands of new jobs, and many unemployed citizens have benefited and will benefit on the pathway of the railway. Colleague with sound advice. Gus Manger, please come here. I took time from my duties to personally manage the project. Just listen. We have to think with the minds behind the railway project for it Hall. Esteemed Minister of Economy, Simon Hall. I guess I can only bring one of them. How mean of me. How very rude. I mean, it was mostly him, I think. So I guess you can have this if you want. Thanks, Mr. President. Our aim with this project is obvious. To improve the speed and efficiency of transportation. I'm sure each of you will be proud of the achievements made. Please, God, don't break down. Please, for the love of fuck, don't break down. Simon mentioned the beginning of a Swordfish economic recovery and the plans to stop the recession altogether. Please stop the recession. He's done with the speech. Citizens of Hallsword, there you have it. As promised, Anton Rain, the 4th President of Sworthland, has delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We got him. It's done. We moved towards the line where the first electric train was waiting. A red ribbon was hanging by the door of the train. Simon gave me a large pair of scissors to commence the opening while the crowd was watching. Where do you think they keep that shit? Where do you think they keep those large fucking scissors? I think there's just like a warehouse of large scissors. I got the ribbon. Congratulations to all. It was a solid and fruitful effort, hopefully with much more to come. It was a good moment indeed. We've helped so many in the countryside. The railway officially opened to the public as soon as we arrived, and thousands began utilizing it. Okay. Damn it, I should have fucking done the train thing then. I was so afraid. I was like so certain. It's like if I get on that train, it will be cursed. It will go 5 feet and break down. Is the stream being fucky? OBS is being fucky right now. Stop being fucky. Being weird. Okay, it went back to being fine. We'll assume that that was fine. What do you mean, what is my country about? What is that kind of question? You can't ask me that. City population, city GDP. Danger, danger, danger. Ceremonial scissors. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Oh, it's all 3D. It's all 3D. Look at that. A gleaming symbol of progress. Oh. Armadine radio. Ooh, it's the funny radio. I mean, those radios do look much cooler. Why don't our radios look like that? Whiskey bottle. Oh. I see. You can't ask me such hard questions. Oh, good God, there's a lot of fucking bullshit. You can't ask a gotcha like that. You can't go to the president and ask a gotcha like that. Like, what's your country about? You can't do that. For the grand ceremony, President Rain opened it. By side executives from Taurus Holding, after ribbon cutting, he delivered a heartfelt speech about attention to the capabilities. It's expected to boost protection. Very cool. Taurus Holding finally finishes construction. It's finally finished construction. We're unsure why the president decided to pick a company other than Underhaul. The government contracted a mega project aims to bring the two high output. Couldn't hide his excitement during his speech, and he highlighted the opportunities as new logistical. Yeah, it's cool. What does this military fucking want from me? What do you goddamn fuckers want from me? Arrived at the cubic building. The gray and brittle structure looked daunting. I never liked this building. It always made me feel like I was standing on the concrete foot of a giant. Are you guys gonna, like, overthrow me? I have told you people to fuck off repeatedly. As greeted by Yosef and his military entourage of young officers. Welcome to the Ministry of Defense, Mr. President. Let's get to my office. We walked from corridor to corridor. On the way, we were met by high-ranking officers as well as privates. Every time one of these soldiers saw me, they stopped and saluted me. It's like too much pomp and circumstance. Be like, calm it down. What's the matter? He says, I hate you. The situation with Rumberg is getting worse, and our lack of funding in the military means that we would fight for survival in a war scenario. Yeah, you keep saying that. How do we improve the situation? We are making all necessary preparations, but any substantial military support from other nations would be a welcome deterrent against Rumberg. The recent military partnership we have signed with Ignalia includes a mutual defense clause. In case of conflict, we will be obliged to come to each other's aid. In case of a Rumberg invasion, they will come for help. Yeah, do you think that'd be cool? No, I want more money. Mr. President, we need stronger allies. Sure, Agnolia is better than nothing, but we must look further. Lesbia or Volksland are options, in my opinion. The Republic of Lesbia is a parliamentary republic located with its capital in Perla. Do I like you? Do I like you? Economic powerhouse. Ooh. You're looking pretty cool. You're looking pretty sexy. New economic vision known as Lesbian protectionism, built on theories he co-developed with his mentor. These efforts aim to insulate the national economy from foreign volatility. That sucks, that sucks, that sucks. Why don't you want my money? I want your money. Okay, but he's in the Arcasian Treaty Organization, so that's cool. As Cold War tensions rose with United Cantana and the Cantanan Security Pact, less of a strategic location. I want to see, can I see a map? Can I look at the funny map? Which country am I even fucking talking about? What bullshit am I speaking? What bullshit am I spouting? Where are the lesbians? Where do the lesbians exist at? I don't know anything about them. Morelia, Kino, Risbia. Okay, they're the South people. They're the South people. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Well, that'd be pretty cool if I was just like, if I had allies north and there. Volksland is the one that's like, they want, what do you want? You're like all in on the whole like communism thing, aren't you? Folk tribes, the monarchy was overthrown. That happens. Revolution, decentralization, participatory governance. Okay. Yeah, I don't like you, and I'm not gonna be friends with you. It's never gonna happen. Advice noted. I will bring it up to David. Any deterrence should force them to think twice. I think the lesbians are cooler than the communists, so we will probably go with them. Let's move on to our main topic. The mandatory conscription law has become a matter of discussion, and we need to strike a decision whether to keep it or remove it. The facts are that the conscription gives us a large reservist pool that can cover a larger front line, but the troops lack the morale and quality to be offensive elements. My argument can be to remove the conscription if our military can stand... Oh. If we are going to have strong allies, why do we need conscripts? A strong force on the door was heard. You don't want the conscripts. Interesting. You want an actually good military? How weird. What is the meaning of this, Joseph? Why haven't I been invited? What's going on here? You're overstepping and interrupting a personal meeting between me and the president. You fucks cannot be fighting. You fuckers cannot be fighting. I mean no disrespect, but I'm leading the ground operations and I must be informed of any strategic changes. Yeah. I don't like when my fucking military people are fighting. That's really fucking stupid. That's really dipshit. Don't do that. What's your opinion on conscription? The matter is rather simple from my point of view. We kept our traditional armament doctrine and is not devoid of disadvantages. However, at the end of the day, Rumberg has a larger army. Our conscripts will fill the much needed weaknesses we have. Don't know. Well, we can't have less troops on the front line than the enemy. Not with our current structure focused on mass mobilization. I would ask you to consider. Keep mandatory conscription. We need every single remove mandatory. It's time to have a professional force. I like the professional army. I think professional army is way cooler than fucking Russian many men army. All right, then we can move on. Let me look over my documents to see if there's anything else of concern. You also checked this folder before looking at me. That's about it. You fuckers just need to call me. Why do you people have to have me come all the way over here when it's like, this could have been an email. This could have been an email. Send the fucking email, man. Thank you for your time. I left the Ministry of Defense and returned to the Maroon Palace. These fuckers are fucking me over. They're absolute pieces of shit and I hate them all. Fight against BFF continues in Bergia. Boys to men, not without conscription. Sounds like Anton Rain's just gonna be an asshole, huh? Shut up. Special Zone declares war on Blutish people. Ooh, what does that mean? What does that fucking mean? Governor has issued a resettlement order that permits the eviction of Blutish citizens suspected of supporting the BFF. This heinous policy is a clear violation of human rights and is a blatant attempt. Okay. I don't like this whole special zone. I don't like that we have a section of our country that is like not part of the country but is special and there's asterisks attached to it. I think asterisks are stupid. Least interesting punctuation mark in my opinion. Don't like it. Women march for equal education. Freedom. Swordfish boys no longer forced to fight. Yeah, whatever. General Staff release statement. General made a statement about the danger of anti-military stance the current government has taken. The press military. Yeah, whatever. They are gonna overthrow me. They're gonna overthrow me. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Team gathered in Halsford at the Ministry of Economy to go over the current economic situation. The building was constructed in 1892 by Herrenwald, possibly the most famous architect in Swordland. It was a simple and elegant structure with a few of his signature domes spread out over the roof. I walked through the large bronze doors. Two assistants led me upstairs to a meeting room. Everyone stood up as I entered the room, buttoning their suit jackets. I don't know what I am. I don't think I'm the Middle East. I don't think I'm quite that bad. I know that we've met North Korea. I'm not North Korea. We met somebody worse than me, so that was nice. That felt good. I realized I was not the worst person around here. Please take your seats. Everyone took their seats. As we all know, today we'll go over our economic status. Let's begin without a for. When will this stop? When will this stop? The aid we received from Arcadia has helped us tremendously. Personally, I think it was a great decision, Mr. President. We will use the majority of the capital to combat the recession. Please, God. Please, God. Let's hope this decision won't come back to haunt us. Let's be clear. We're friends with them. We're friends with them. We are allies. We don't need to backtalk our allies. How are we doing in terms of infrastructure? Sex of the first infrastructures are showing a positive effect. I'm hearing a lot of positives, but it still says danger. Why is that? Thanks to the high-speed railway, our two most important cities are linked faster. They were expecting quick economic growth in Greater Halsford and Gelsland. The Business Council is satisfied with this infrastructure improvement. Very good. It was a gargantuan effort from our side and the Ministry of Economy. Positive results are great. I love it. Let's have more. I can see the reactions in society. David, do you have stats on our deal with Agnolia? Our trade deal with Agnolia has increased our imports and exports by 25% in 1 month, with much more to be expected in the future. That sounds like a big amount. But higher prices of Agnolian steel didn't result in a trade surplus. Okay, much more and increase our presence in the region. I think we should trade more. I agree, not just the region. We should target for more deals internationally. We should see our improved relations with Agnolia as a stepping stone to expand positive influence. I agree. Be positive, be positive, be positive. I support our foreign initiatives with partners as democratic as Agnolia. Well, I didn't ask for your opinion. Shut up, bitch. Like, calm down. I agree. Let's align with more democratic countries. Let's all be cool together. It's good for overall trade for other countries as well. Democratic countries generate more trust in general. On a side note, consumer spending has decreased further due to a pessimistic mood caused by our economic issues. Yeah, it's about how that goes. People keep it in the bank because they don't want to lose all the fucking money. It will turn around. It will turn around. While I agree that our first attempts were not successful, we still might have economic opportunities left. It isn't good for our reputation. You fuckers need to pick a goddamn lane. Are we doing great or are we doing shit? People expected quick solutions, but running out of time. The central bank has begun working on a bill with the Grand National Assembly to increase our preparedness for future damaging economic incidents. The issues surrounding the energy prices and the imbalance they cause in the market are also pressing concern. Average citizens and businesses are suffering. After the central bank reinforcement, our focus will shift to primarily tackle the energy inflation crisis in the country. We'll present a bill about this in the near future. The NBC will also lend support to the analysis of contingency plans. I'm looking forward to further collaboration. This sounds cool. Sounds very cool. Sadly, our budget reserves don't look good. We're in the negative. We will need to look into whatever we can to increase the budget we have. What can we do about it? He says, oh. Mr. President, line go down. The most frightening thing anybody could hear, line go down. As per the latest data from the ministry, the recession unfortunately seems to be lingering still in some economic areas. No matter the cost, we'll have to increase our economic development rates, otherwise, I am sad to say it, we will be doomed. we will die. We will be gone. We need to use the opportunities we've been given. Trade deals and infrastructure improvements always help. Mr. President, I'll be very clear. We're fucked. You already know this, and I don't want to frighten you. If we are unable to stop this recession, we are heading towards an economic catastrophe that has never been seen before in Swordland. No, in all of Eastern Mercopa. I can't even begin to imagine how we could survive that. None of us wants to see Swordish people starve while the state is unable to provide for its citizens. Then we need to get to work, don't we? We need to fix that, don't we? Now, there are a few methods we can use to tackle the recession. Okay. Is there like a secret button I can just press and it's fixed? Our debt situation is awfully bad, and I heavily advise against further expenditures. However, I will still present new projects and leave the decision to you, Mr. President. There are two main distinctions between these projects. It's either about continuing our infrastructure improvements or investing in increased production. If we continue working on our infrastructure, that would lift us to advanced country levels. However, industrial production also needs a boost to return to pre-recession levels. There is, of course, the option to not take any risks related to our budget. The plans for these projects will be finalized soon. For now, I can provide preliminary info. Which would you like to hear first? What will make me cool? For infrastructure, we have two. One is the Benfi International Airport, and the other is the Morna Port. Benfi is growing at a rapid pace with Benfi. I saw that myself. Will improves trade, improve the flow of goods to the whole sort because the Conriat port is too small in capacity and extension is blocked by the Navy headquarters. I like logistics. Logistics are cool. That's like a cool word to use, right? I don't think investing in Morna with a port would do much to change our economic prospect. Okay, goods are flowing from other places just as fast. Increased imports and exports on a more accessible path to Horsort is very lucrative in my opinion. Time is money. Mean a great deal to our trade and improve the economy on the Lorne region too. Okay, what are the projects that could boost our production? For production, we have two projects. One is the Sarna Agricultural Zone and the other is the Conrad Industrial City. I see the Sarna Agricultural Zone investment as a higher priority due to the fact that the farmers in Bergia were the most hit by the recession. Sarna is also a much poorer city than Conriat. Has the potential to increase manufacturing in the greater Hulsor region by a large amount. I want the poor to not be poor, please. The recession has hit the farmers of Sarna particularly hard. Besides the agriculture output increase would boost our economy. The investment won't be able to recover the industry there. Conriat, on the other hand, would bring more financial gain. Our government has the opportunity to support agriculture, and we should take it. We would increase our exports too. Okay. That covers our subjects for today. Anybody want to add anything? Does anybody have a funny like secret button they could press that will fix it? And we say, nope, haven't found that yet, sir. We'll keep looking. Okay. Until next time, Mr. President. See you soon. The meeting ended. I'm so glad. I'm so very glad. Event available. Operation Bear Trap. I don't want any of what they have to do. They scare the shit out of me. That Welland country, they scare the shit out of me. I don't want them. I don't like them. He's frightening. He was North Korea over there. I don't want that. Here a bill proposed in Holsford to combat energy inflation. The Grand National Assembly in Holsford has drafted the Energy Inflation Reduction Act in response to the recent surge in prices. The bill presents a temporary price cap on gas prices, bilateral agreements with energy-rich countries, the expansion of domestic energy production. Sounds cool. Sounds pretty cool. The Ministry of Economy. Ooh, that's fun. That's a fun negative number I could be getting. The Ministry of Economy has put forward 4 bold plans for investment projects, with each claiming to solve different issues. Okay. I mean, we have to invest, because if we don't invest, how are we ever going to get out of this? If they're the ones that are hit the hardest, it's probably the one I need to fix. And I am doing trade with Agnolia, and they do want my agriculture, so it would make sense to invest in them, yes? Right? Oh shit, there's a lot of news I didn't read. And I don't want to read that one, actually. Addressing energy inflation, proposed act. Ishville versus Essen versus Governor Braun, Swedish Constitution. Please just vote for it. Housewives march to defend Swedish tradition in Anrika. The Swedish League of Women say, I want to be in the fucking kitchen. I love it there. I don't want to leave. Central Bank bill, a necessary measure. Ishval Ersen is right. I don't have time for you. Go away. I'm gonna invest because I want to invest, because I want money, because I need money, and my money is less money than it's been ever in any other time in history. I'm so glad. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Ooh. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick because I need to piss. So we're gonna do a fun little go to the lobby, and the fun thing about that is I have a funny little intermission I can play. So I will be back in a moment, and until then, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the to get ourselves a treat. I don't know if I call it a bop. It's fucking it's something. It's certainly something. Let's see. There we go. What do you fucking want now, Mom? Okay. Essential meeting discussed the ongoing legal case. Early in the morning, we convened in my office. So, what do you people want now? Thank you for being here at this hour, Mr. President. We need to inform you about some news from Berger. This is a court case initiated by a British citizen which involves a possible revision of the Constitution. Unfortunately, has the... What? Excuse me? Okay. I'm listening. As you know, after the discovery of the AK-47s, there have been more than a few attacks initiated and claimed by the BFF. Due to the decrease of security funds, many of these otherwise avoidable attacks couldn't be stopped. This created some hysteria inside Berger. The main problem is with the security structure of Berger. Due to the special threat of the region, operations on the ground. Yeah, the special zone is kind of weird. Don't really like it, which means my hands are tied. Unfortunately, the court's backlog is piling up with increasing frequent rulings that are unjust. This has led to many of our citizens losing their trust in the system. It's definitely not helping with increasing tensions between the British populace and swords. It increased even further after Operation Bear Trap. We've been receiving more and more intelligence about some kind of a preparation by the terrorists. We can't allow the conflict in Welland to spread to Swordland, and we know that the Welland and Swordland divisions of the BFF are in close cooperation. Yeah, that's why I didn't make a deal with them. They're kind of crazy. That was the right decision. Well, it didn't seem to have stopped the tensions from increasing. Their war against the BFF has bolstered their resolve inside the country. The increasing threat of the BFF led Governor Braun to justifiably resort to his emergency powers to curb the danger. His discovery of militant training grounds disguised as schools was commendable, as well as his quick handling of bomb threats coming from major cities like Dare. However, his latest policies have been questionable, especially the peaceful resettlement order has been with massive anger, I can imagine. Very weird. There's a massive understanding. Governor Braun has abused his powers and clearly acted against the Constitution. Quite surprisingly, Ishval Urson has managed to successfully push his case to the higher courts. He's suing Felix Braun for infringing upon his liberties of British people. He also raises a conflict in the Constitution and argues that the way it was written make it open to interpretation that allows people like Governor Braun to abuse their powers. I will not ask that question. I will simply look at my magical powers, my magical mind codex. British lawyer and civil rights activist. Okay. In his career, he's been unyielding in the face of adversity, threatening public stability and safety, including an eviction from his home. Beyond his courtroom work, Urson has engaged in political and social debates and has critiqued certain government policies, voicing concerns over potential infringement on the rights of the British people. Urson has also questioned the coherence of a swordless constitution, suggesting a possible conflict between Articles 67. It's Governor Ron rocketed him nationwide fame. Okay. So what exactly did he claim? As you know, the rights and liberties Article 7 alludes to are described in Article 100 in further detail. All citizens in theory can exercise their rights described in the articles and are equally subject to law as described, and these rights cannot be suspended by the government under any circumstance other than a defensive war. Mr. Urson claims the line "every sword is equal before the law" in Article 7 does not include other ethnicities and thus gives the state the right to suspend or limit the rights of non-swords defined in Article 100. Courts have repeatedly protected Governor Braun in the past, and it is true that he bets on Mr. Harker justifying his actions through Article 7. However, there's also Article 6, which the courts could have taken into account already. It's an embarrassment that needs to be removed. I wish we could have tackled this in our proposal for constitutional change. We don't need to fucking goddamn add more shit on there, you fucking crazy man. You're so crazy. You're so crazy. We can barely get that shit passed now. We're not adding more on. What's the problem with that? As you know, Article 6 goes, everyone who is bound to the Sworddish state by citizenship is a sword, which clarifies clearly that the Constitution does not discriminate against any other ethnicities or cultures. Citizens of this country are called swords. But did you ask British people what they think? Yes, it's true that this article has protected them on a number of occasions as it defines sword as a non-ethnic term, but it is left up to the interpretation of the courts. They could have argued that Article 6 extends the rights defined in Article 7 to all citizens of Swordland regardless of race, but they didn't yet. They can potentially push this case to the Supreme Court. Okay. What are the accusations against the governor exactly? Like, what are we doing? Mr. Braun has sadly evicted thousands of Bloods from their homes in Deer recently. The fact that this happened in a city with relatively low levels of BFF activity is a sloppy decision at best. A sloppy decision. This is a direct violation of the right to property. The BFF activity levels have nothing to do with this. But it does miss Morgna. The state can take any measures to fight with terror inside its borders. The decision would have been justified if those neighbors were in fact labeled as threat level red, but they were not. Hence, he did not have the authority to evict those citizens. In this case in Deer, the governor has definitely violated his authority. You're underplaying it. This decision was only the last of the many he ordered as part of Burge's peaceful resettlement policies. This is not about Dare. There are hundreds of accusations listed in this case, ranging from violent actions to open discrimination. Calm down, Neodir. I'm not disagreeing with you. Who's he? He's a lawyer and British rights activist. He lives in Dare and has experienced this. Okay, yeah. He was evicted last month from his home in Dare on the grounds of threatening public stability. He was also shot at by local law enforcement. Okay, the attackers were, of course, never punished. As much as the eviction seems unjust, Mr. Urson must be further investigated for his potential ties to dangerous organizations. I believe the forces wouldn't have fired at him without proper reason. I think they probably would. Are you joking, Miss Graff? You'd like to believe that the police are getting out of control under your management. Miss Graff is right. We must first be completely sure that Mr. Urson is innocent. I think this is all crazy and you need to calm down. I think everybody needs to calm down. Now we must. Ishval Urson is claiming that the current constitution gives the legal grounds to discriminate against British people, directly infringing upon the rights of citizens. He claims Article 7 of the Constitution, cited the line "every sword is equal before the law," is in direct conflict with the freedoms and rights defined in Article 100. That's too many articles. Too many articles. Governor Felix Braun is accused of using Article 7 to justify suppression. He has stacked the papers. In any case, the situation might be troubling if it reaches the Supreme Court and might be sabotaged by altering the current interpretation. It would be disastrous for British rights. I will do my best to ensure a positive result comes from out of this case, but I'm not sure if the centrists would be willing to agree with Mr. Urson. Why would Mr. Harker even sabotage it? The current interpretation is strictly solist. I'm sure he will follow the Constitution and charge Governor Braun for unconstitutional behavior. Sure. I'm sure it will go exactly as you expect it to, and nothing bad will happen. According to the foundational values of this republic, everyone who's a citizen of the country is a sword. The Constitution is clear about this and does not allow for discrimination. Maybe Hawker's not the man you think he is, Miss Graff. From what I've heard, his stance on the subject may not be the stance, so it's an interpretation, but something darker. Okay. I'm afraid he'll reject the case altogether and find Governor Braun innocent. If this happens, it would make discrimination against British people illegal. Is there anything I can do? No. No. And in this case, I'm afraid even Justice Edmonds and the centrists would be almost impossible to convince. To be honest, I don't think this is a matter for our administration. We must keep out from judicial affairs. That is true. That's like separating them, you might say. Keeping the powers separated. As much as I hate to say it, I somewhat agree with Lilius. I'd prefer to keep the status quo of risking complete abolition of rights. We still have the power to make tangible reforms. Well, if we can convince the justice to agree with us, and wouldn't that give this president to change set articles of the Constitution? I mean, yeah. Yeah. It would be bad to do that, but, you know, you could be cool. So they're literally never gonna agree with that. I don't know if we should meddle. There is, however, something that the government can do to address the situation. It's time we push for change within the security structure of Bergia, and the special status that results in de facto, it clearly isn't working. It may need to go. The resettlement policies in Bergia and the Urson case have changed the mood of the lawmakers. We can use this opportunity to push for the removal of Tarquin Sol's security zone decree. It is a much bigger possibility than it was before. Of course, racism is rampant throughout the country, but British citizens inside Bergia are having a much worse time than the British residents of cities like Lockhaven or Hallsword. If we focus on Bergia, we can remove its special status. This alone would be a huge step for British rights. Unfortunately, as long as Governor Braun is in charge of Bergia with the powers he has, no judicial reforms would reverse the situation on the ground. To put it simply, we want to work on a detailed proposal to restructure Bergia. I believe it must become a region of Swordland like any other. We must centralize the system and abolish the local security forces. So local changes are more important than removing the basis of discrimination or very constitution. Are you sure we can even do that? We can't be sure of anything. You know this better than me. But Lilius and I both believe there's potential to get more MPs behind the idea. It's true, some members of my circle inside the party are keen on this as well. They're starting to believe Saul's policy in Bergia has already run its course. If we play our cards right during the process of this case, we can gather enough support behind it. We have to try. Okay. I think this might be too risky to push at the same time. Let's hear about the proposal. Nia and I both agree that we need to abolish the special zone of Bergia. This is the first point that the proposal will address. This would also mean taking away the special authority of the governor. I agree with removing the governor as well as insane authority, but I don't agree to support a complete centralization of the region. Suppose we restructure the special zone, democratize it, and acknowledge the British movement. How does that resolve anything? How do you solve any problem by dividing the region from the rest of Swordland? We've tried that already. I agree with Ollie, specializing in a zone with another won't help anyone. I wonder what we even say if we disagree with both of their points. What would that? What is your idea, Anton? And I say I don't know. I don't fucking know. I've tended to like her more than Lilius, but that would be a foolish way to make decisions. It does feel like it would be better to just actually bring them into the fold. I don't like the weird little asterisks that the countries have. It's always so strange. I'm gonna say that. My proposal is very simple. The special zone must be fully revoked, governor's powers taken away, and the local security forces must be abolished. Only then Bergia can be an equal part of Swordland. I propose we unite Bergia with the rest of Swordland and enforce the same laws and policies as many other Swordish regions, dismantling the current semi-independent security structure in the process. We will hold local municipal elections just like every city in Swordland, and the security of the region will be under the full control of the Ministry of the Interior. We can no longer allow their forces to pursue violence with impunity. If this was a problem that the central government could fix, your mighty colonel would have solved it already. The assimilation policies clearly didn't work. What does that have to do with anything? Just saying that the solution is not a rushed unification. We must acknowledge that Bergia is a unique region with its own culture and history. We cannot disregard the social reality. Okay, it's reasonable. And I'm supportive of Elias's plan to revoke the special. Nia has a point. What do they want? Nia smiled. Great, I can start working. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was making a decision there. All right. Spend aside and this morning. You can go to work immediately. I'm counting on you. I don't know. They both feel like they will. I just feel like they asked me to make so many decisions, and the thing about it is that it's always gonna get worse. I feel every time I make a decision, I'm like, oh, I can see how that will go badly, and lo it does, and lo it will. I'd like to hear more of what you were going to do, though. You didn't let me actually listen to you. You just said, okay, I'll do it. Second thought, it's best if we keep the status quo. We'll not change anything without Berja. I'm more inclined to be centralized here. But I don't know what all that will entail. Or what all her will entail. I don't know what things are. With those impeachment of the president. Oh, that's my funny constitution. Oh my god. 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 We're going back up. We're going back up. We're going back up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't looked at this for a while because we went under the red line and I stopped caring. It's still not good. It's still bad. I want to be centralized. I want to get rid of the asterisk. We're doing it. Of course, Mr. President, right away. This is a mistake. Please, Miss Morna, you've heard the president. I will start working on the proposal immediately. It's very important to get this right, so we'll take some time. My estimate is that it'll be ready sometime after the vote on your constitutional amendments. You can choose to enact it then. I'm counting on you. Don't fuck it. They bid their farewells and left the room. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, what do we have here? What funny things do you have for me? The cost of neglect. A rising star in United Cantana. It's growing. Speculating. Leon Mileniev. Don't like Mileniev. I can barely pronounce it. It scares me. Fogsland increases its naval presence. Stop doing that. Swordland's diplomacy disappoints. Only to come back empty-handed. The president meeting with President Smolik seems to have gone negatively, diminishing the chance for closer ties between the two countries. Well, against the separatist militant group has condemned the mobilization order citing the war crimes committed during the previous assault against the British people, while Swordland has not made any comments on the matter. We said, ooh, don't ask me, I don't know about that. Alright, oh, fuck, my son. The sudden surge in energy prices and market instability have sparked concerns among investors and analysts about the resilience of Swordland's economy. Swordland now stands at the precipice of a severe energy inflation crisis. This heightened uncertainty has led to a speculative investment, a potential decrease in foreign direct investment, and the risk of a consequential economic slump. These developments could have a domino effect on the Swordish economy, impacting its financial markets and overall socioeconomic stability. Markets should regulate themselves. I guess you can have more of my money. Take it all. I don't need it. What do I want it for? We got there and we got Holsword. What we got? Central Bank Reinforcement Act, and then a bunch of bullshit. Let's deal with this first. All right. The Central Bank Reinforcement Act, led by Edith Agnock and the GNA, intends to bolster the stability. Okay, it sounds great. Mandates the accumulation of foreign exchange reserves by buying foreign currencies, especially those of Swordland's main trading partners. The central bank can exert more control over the value of our currency. Section 2 outlines the adoption of a prudent fiscal policy. By reducing the national debt and limiting budget deficits, the country can present itself as a more stable economic entity. We're very stable. Increased legal. Oh, it just takes all my budget. How do I sign this? Go away. Leave me. I don't know how the fuck you fix that in this game. I have no idea how you fix that. Oh, you have like 5 reports for me. All right. Landmark court filing has been appealed to the Court of Appeals and is under review by the Minister of Justice. Okay. Argues the Governor Braun's policies, including the controversial resettlement policy, claims Article 7. He says, hey, you're fucking racist as hell, and I say, maybe. Governor Braun proposes dividing up communities in Berja. Okay, you're going full on. You're just going full on, man. Dividing these communities and resettling the Swordish and Bluish people to achieve a cultural balance. We will be balanced. They will be over here, and I will be over here. Okay. Let's not have that. Let's not have that. He enacts resettlement order, allowing the eviction of Bluish citizens suspected of supporting the BFF and dividing up their communities. Okay. Spooky, spooky. That's that scary shit. I was having my afternoon tea in the State House office in Dare and going through newspapers. Sometimes, when they please me. One of the headlines piqued my interest. It read, "Polio crisis in Welland." Ew. Before I could start reading, I heard a couple of knocks. Pascal entered, followed by Lucian. "Mr. President, it's time for the scheduled healthcare meeting." "Good afternoon." Let's begin. They'd taken their seats, and Pascal produced documents from his suitcase. He put them on the table. Pascal looked at the newspaper I was reading. "Very troubling news from Welland, Mr. President. I have just returned from a meeting with our top scientists on the matter of polio. It seems to be spreading." Great! We can fucking die of polio. What an embarrassment. Horrible. Fucking goddamn horrible. What are we doing to prepare? We have notified all our healthcare staff, especially the ones close to the Welland border. Unfortunately, there are also the more rural areas where we lack equipment and staff. What I was told by our researchers was that with the current infection rate, there will soon be millions of people affected by polio. Oh, I'm so glad. So fun. I doubt it's that serious yet. Regardless, back to the topic. Pascal put on his reading glasses. Mr. Benewall? Yes, of course. Let's start. Put the papers down. In general, I am very content with the budget decision that was made. This comes as a very pleasant surprise that we all welcomed at the ministry. The overall mood has been positive as the administration focuses more on healthcare. I'm excited about what we can achieve with the allocated funds. We will have been known to support it well and care, and you'll be better. It's great. I love everything. I'm personally invested to solve the horrible infant and maternal death rates along with your requests. As you know, I've been preparing a new privatization program that would create funds through selling of unused ministry property and some extra taxes. It might not go against our strategy to promote a market economy, but I'm personally against privatization of government services. Such vital services must be under state control. Aside from creating additional funds, there's a long-term problem with privatization in a country like Swordlands. What are those problems? People are already lacking proper healthcare even though it is free. What happens when you privatize? Prices increase as state hospitals close due to sales. We'll prevent the worst case scenarios. There needs to be a healthy structural improvements in the sector. This is not Arcadia nor Lesbia. You're talking about Swordland, in which healthcare is free for now. We have people who have their lives depending on a service that is free to them. Messing with that structure will definitely hurt us politically in the future. That I know for sure, but the choice is yours. We can't. No, fuck it. No, I'll just keep digging that hole. I'm having a good time digging this hole. I think I'm gonna continue. We'll keep healthcare in the state control. Don't allow any private involvement. As you wish, the health services shall remain in public hands. Good choice. Now let's get to the big question of how we will spend the extra funds dedicated to the Ministry of Health. I urge you to consider these proposals. We could build new hospitals where necessary, divert funds to increase the salaries of our healthcare workers, or invest in enhancing the existing structure or the existing treatment facilities. Increasing salaries should have a good effect on doctors, nurses, and other staff. I think we should not get polio. I think you talked a lot about polio, and I don't want polio, so let's not do that. Let's not go down that path. The sad reality is that our rural clinics are woefully outdated, ill-equipped, and understaffed. The stark disparity between urban and rural healthcare is a major contributor to the high maternal mortality rates and prevalence of other diseases in our rural communities. Addressing this issue is one of my key objectives in the term. Good job, go do that, please. We're seeing an uptick in minor outbreaks in specific regions. It's largely due to outdated facilities. Please fix. Go ahead and do that. That sounds fine. In my book, The Unfortunate Man, I depicted the hardships of a poor mining family, a vivid illustration of the stark health inequalities in our society. As Minister of Health, I strive to rectify these disparities. Okay, man. Okay. You can get off the soapbox. You're already in charge, and I've already given you more money. It would be best to consider the political advantages of each one as well as the practical advantages before making a decision. A few minutes went by in contemplation as the moment to make a decision came near. That's fine. That's like fine. I think it's fine. New contracts for improvements will be drawn up immediately. Well, that wraps our discussion for now. Very well, fruitful meeting nevertheless, nice and short. Just the way I like it. Sounds fine. They didn't make everything worse in my life, so I guess that's nice. Central Bank Act, a stronghold for Swordlands. Very good. Op-ed, a misguided attempt at control. Yeah, whatever. Thousands protest the new governor of Helluland. Yeah, we don't like him. What now? Talk with Friends Richter on the upcoming vote. What now? The preparations for the new constitution were nearly complete. I just am so sure it's not going to happen. I'm so sure we're not going to get our way. Why would we? But we desperately needed more support. That's why I had invited Friends Richter for a chat. Which one were you? You're the you like me. We met in the presidential office at the end of the day. He arrived in a signature navy blue suit and handed me a box of famous Arcasian chocolates before settling down on the couch. Thank you. He took a folder from his briefcase. I have to say, I'm surprised by this proposal you prepared for the new constitution. I really do not understand your reasoning behind some of the changes. What do you fucking want? What do you fucking want? What parts don't you fucking understand? What's on your mind? I don't know where to begin. You have ignored our demands to lower the undemocratic electoral threshold. How are you calling the fuck off? Do you prefer Saul's constitution? Do you want change? I fucking hate the liberals so goddamn much. I hate them so fucking much. They can never take a win. This is not a contest, Mr. President. You know how I feel about the current constitution, but we must fix its shortcomings, not pronounce them further. And you're saying this while you're begging me for my party support. I think we can accomplish meaningful change together. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, I don't know. I'm still not sure what to make of it. I don't know. Suck my cock. I need everything. You are scum. You're the major shareholder in Taurus. I fucking helped you son of a bitch. All you need to do is say yes. I like the desperation of that. It's like you could just say yes and we can move on with our lives. I'm gonna miss our chance for reforms just because they don't contain everything you want. You're putting all the reformists in a tough spot like this, Mr. Rain. I'm sure it was tough to persuade your party to support the proposal. Listen, I just want more. I want more. Don't expect me to sympathize with you. Not only have you... Do you want nothing? Do you want nothing? You can get nothing. I can give you nothing. It's very easy to give you nothing. You better have something else to offer. You better have everything I've wanted. Is the idealist reformist asking for a bribe? I hate him so much. I'm sure you have something in mind. I value Swordland and democracy more than anything, but I also have to look out for myself and my party. Surely you understand. And if we're talking about democracy here, I first need to trust your agenda, and I certainly don't. You've just given me everything I've wanted over and over, but I want more. Effectively removed all other parties from funding. You're hijacking elections from the very start. How can we trust you now? It was passed by the assembly, you stupid fuck. All I did was sign it into law, you son of a bitch. Exactly, you did sign it and you didn't use your veto. Why didn't you? I think it's too late to fix anything now. I can't see any deals being made. It's a shame things won't work out between us. Bribe. The Scarlet Letter. Bribe. You want a cabinet position? Are you joking? There may be some vacancies sooner or later. I can't believe that you'd offer such a thing. But alright, here's what I'll say. I'll try my best to convince my people to support this proposal, even though they may have their problems with it. I can't promise you my full support, but then you can't promise me anything either. If everything works out, I'll expect you to at least try to fulfill your promise. If you can give me a cabinet position after we enact the reforms, it'll be a great part. What do you want? Do you want or not? Fuck. Goddamn. Pick a lane. I hate you people. I fucking hate you people. I fucking hate them. I hope they get nothing. I hope they get nothing. I hope this doesn't pass. I hope they get nothing. I hope they understand that they get nothing and they had a chance to get everything. I hate the liberals. I fucking hate them. Ooh, a few things I've heard about you. I don't know what that was. Scary. Yeah, whatever. I hate you. I'll see you in the history books. What do you fucking want? What do you fucking want? I hope we lose. I hope we lose so fucking bad. I want to see this country go down in flames. You don't deserve victory. Rain meets Richter. Rain could be is truly aiming for democratic reform as opposed to paying lip service. We'll know more than whatever. Richter backs Rain's reforms. Please fucking do so. Son of a bitch. I hate you. Alright. At yesterday's party conference of the Friends, Richter announced that he will be giving his full support. Okay, he said he will do it. He asked the members of the party to follow him. He fucking better, son of a bitch. Word company contract. Oh no! The SSC, Underhaul Construction, and Taurus Holding Companies have put forward their bids in the hopes of winning the government contract for the new ambitious investment program. Taurus was good to us last time. Underhaul was the one we usually use. Another name of the many iconic buildings. Recently hosted half the shares. Acacia. I don't know. I don't know no more. Main government contract, running public contraction is also part of the Big Four. The four largest companies, and most usually called SSC, is the most honorable with a long and solid track record. They fucked me last time. They made everything worse last time, so I don't want to go with them again. But could they do it a second time, do you think? Maybe if I stick with them. Fuck it. All in, baby. All in. I'm betting on black. Alright, what do you fucks want? What do you fucks want from me? PFJ, Vulcan Dam. Very cool. Love it. After a meeting with the rector and a brief tour of the University of Vulcan, we gathered in a room with Chiara. The entire campus was visible from the window. Students were reading books, studying, and having picnics. It reminded me of my own times in Dare, reminiscing about the past. How are your university years? Black 17, baby. Black 17. It always pays out. The usual story. A few friends dead. A couple of them missing after the coups. Oh, it's just the usual. I mean, a couple died. A couple went missing, and we never saw them again. Oh, and I almost got arrested. That was fun. Yep, sucks. Some of us more so than others. Let's not get sidetracked. I want to start off by saying this. It comes as a welcome surprise in Swordfish politics to see a president uphold their promise regarding education. I'm making sure that the additional funds are being used in the best way possible in order to resolve structural issues, speaking of. I want to thank you for allowing me to lead our education system in the right direction. By removing nationalist indoctrination and traditional teachings, we've unlocked the potential of the next generation. The students of now will thank us in the future, President Rain. For now, we have unlocked the potential of critical thought the society desperately needed. In this way, you've surpassed all the leaders before you. Okay, well, you don't have to stroke me off that much. They did only what was necessary. I'm optimistic about the path that lies ahead of us now. She nodded and brought a stack of papers from her bag. Spinning her ballpoint pen, she went through the papers, organized some of them together. Our ministry has prepared the necessary framework regarding how to spend our increased education budget. I've outlined 3 potential options. Please don't ask more money from me. I don't have the money. It's getting more and more negative. I'm making more and more promises that I can't keep, and I'm going to kill myself. Increase salaries for all education workers. With the capacity to implement only one of these options. with the standards of existing ones. Tell me about the plan to build new rural schools. This issue is very critical as we are losing many young people to ignorance and illiteracy. We saw the illiteracy rate and it was like shocking. It was shockingly bad. It made us gobsmacked. Sorland's rural population is full of untapped potential with enough education. These can be an asset. Look at how United Cantana is pushing past Arcasia in education and research. It's because most of the rural populace has access to schools. Why should we increase the salaries? The job itself should be held in high regard and be compensated accordingly. There are people who have chosen to dedicate themselves to the betterment of others, to helping them raise the next generation. We gotta give them what they deserve. What does improving the rural schools entail? Where to start? At the very least, they need new equipment and materials. Many of these schools are facing a shortage of desks and text. Oh, they don't have desks. I never thought about that as even an issue. That didn't even occur to me as a thing that would happen. It's like, oh, you can sit on the floor, I guess. First one back to the classroom from recess gets a desk. Jesus. The ones that haven't been updated since before the Sol administration. Teachers lack the resources to give Sordish youth a proper education can be as bad as if they don't go to school at all. I am ready to decide. I think that we will... The illiteracy was terrifying, and I would like that to stop. We're gonna do that. It feels gratifying that we are finally serving the people directly. I will pass it down to the ministry. That's all there is for now. I've talked with Miss Suno to schedule some time to discuss the curriculum. She's a very astute woman, your secretary. You may want to consider promoting her. I don't know, she seems kind of silly. Thank you for your efforts. Okay. Does everybody love me? Overblown rights case appealed. Today the politically motivated, it's going up the chain, it's going up the chain. Well, refugees fleeing to Sordish border. Yeah, that's happening. Didn't stop that. Urson case goes to the Supreme Court. Okay. Now, in a glimmer of hope, the Supreme Court is accepted to review the case. But let's be real. When has justice ever been served in the country? Yeah, we know what will happen there. Press freedoms in UC, a diminishing space. Yeah, whatever. Alright, what now? What now? The Ministry of Justice has reviewed the Urson versus Swordland case and put forward its concurrence opinion before sending the dispute to the Supreme Court. The Minister of Justice, Nia Morgna, came forward agreeing with the case of Ishval Urson and pointed out the majority court dissent would do disservice to the legal precedent of future constitutional rights cases. The case is now in the hands of the Supreme Court. What good news. I love when I see the headline, case goes to the Supreme Court. I'm like, oh yay! What now? What funny things will they figure out? It seems always bleak to me, the news. It just seems like it is like started bleak and has continued to just stay at that level. Char scheduled a short meeting at the Ministry of Education. Okay. The ministry building was located in the government district right next to the Ministry of Health. It was tall and narrow and wedge-shaped like a slightly opened book. Near the front gate, there were many statues of world-renowned scientists and thinkers. The largest, of course, was Artvin Einstein. Artvin Einstein! He is like Einstein, but even more German. Above the main entrance was the familiar inscription, Instretin Sirs Argenek Yafgrainan it Ora Elmegrotin it Ora Mixis. Education is the premise of progress in all societies, in all families. Inside the building, I was greeted by Chara's assistants. They led me to a meeting room where she was waiting inside. She stood and gripped my hand. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Good afternoon, Chara. I will cut straight to the chase. Our progressive reform of the Sordish is well underway, but there is one sticking point. It involves evolution versus creationism. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. As it currently stands, schools across Swordland can decide whether to include evolution, creationism, or both in their curriculum. Rural schools often decide in favor of creationism only, which puts students at a disadvantage when it comes to entering university. The effect is especially noticeable among young women. My suggestion is to make the teaching of evolution mandatory and preferably ban creationism altogether. They are going to assassinate me. They are going to assassinate me. I don't know, evolution's the idea that ought to be banned. It's dangerous. Fucking crazy. I mean, I don't agree, obviously, but they will kill me, and they will overthrow the country. You understand this, right? That's great to hear. It sounds like we're already aligned on the matter. Lucian says, you understand that you will be assassinated. Some urgent business kept me away. Mr. President, Miss Walda, we were just discussing the curriculum. Char has made some excellent points. Very well, let's hear them. Continuing, it's my convention. We should fucking get the goddamn creationism out of our schools. And Lucian says, but they'll kill you. You understand this, right? If we want children from rural areas to have the same opportunities as the urban counterparts, this is the way. Here's the role of religion in schools will also lead to more equality between young women. I agree. Don't bring your pet cause into this. There are other considerations you may not have thought about. Although I myself believe in evolution, we must be careful not to... That's what I'm saying, man. You're one to play with fire here. We owe a lot to their support. Forcing their school districts to teach evolution can irreparably damage our standing between them. Every modern nation is reducing or removing creationism, yet we are supposed to allow schools to promote fundamental and, yes, sexist ideas from 1,000 years back. So is that what we're doing now? Copying what other nations are doing instead of paving our own way? If it works, why not? Look at the analysis. It's clear that the superpowers are doing something, right? Should we reinvent the wheel, Mr. Galad? You speak as if we don't import any influences from other countries. That's not what I said. They start fucking fighting. We should be able to teach creationism exclusively. We can't deal with this right now. We're not in a place. Fucking move on. Fucking take the victories. Move on. We will just allow it to happen. Move on. Yes, although I won't like it, I still believe schools are no place for religion. I won't like it either. You'll have to prepare to lose a lot. What? What do you fucking mean? She'll look me in the eye. It's your decision. Don't forget, future generations are counting on you. I'll make teaching home of evolution mandatory, but schools may promote creation alongside if they wish. Evolution will not be mandatory in schools that wish to teach creation and exclusively may do so. Ugh. Gross. Fucking gross. Fucking goddamn gross. I don't want to be the president. I hate dealing with stupid people. I wish they'd just shoot me. I've given you more money. You have been given money. Education has gotten money. Fucking just stick with the current system and move on. I can't believe this. Yes, you can move on. Unless educated is more easily managed. That's not what I fucking... That's not what I fucking meant, Lucian, you son of a bitch. Turn and look at Lucian, lifted his eyebrow, and Char held his gaze for a couple seconds. The meeting ended shortly afterward. Just don't rock the boat, man. I don't want to fucking spend any more money. Move on. Shit sucks already. Jen. What do we have for Jen? NFP Mayor. Okay, we got some Nazis here. Good to know. Attending the Victory Day event. And then this one is lobbying effort. She can start a lobbying effort to sway votes. I don't want to sway any votes. I hate that shit. Surge drove us to the city of Jen, the stronghold of Swordish nationalists, for an event organized by the opposition parties to discuss current events. In reality, it was probably a publicity stunt to show Swordland that the leaders of the assembly could sit around the same table. The NFP, which governed the city, undoubtedly had the biggest hand in the organization of the meeting. It is not a coincidence that it fell on Victory Day. Today was a day of special symbolic importance. And celebrate the end of the Sword of Civil War. Jen survived one of the worst atrocities of the war, and its Victory Day celebrations were the most jubilant in all of Swordland. Originally, only Peter and I were scheduled to attend, but after learning about new developments with the Ishval and Urson case, Nia Morgana was invited as well. Okay. Nia departed Holsword first. Peter and I left on our own a little later. Peter was sitting next to me in the presidential car, skimming through morning newspapers in silence. Suddenly, Serge rolled down the soundproof window. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, we are about to arrive at the Gent Center of Culture. Miss Morgana had already arrived and she'll be waiting for you. He folded his newspaper, laid it beside him. Wow, that was too comfortable of a drive to have been this fast. I wasn't joking. Serge is the best. No kidding. My driver's fit. I can't hold a candle to him. Don't be mean to your driver. Although I sure wouldn't mind navigating her dangerous curves one day. Peter, for fuck's sake! Peter! Nah, I should ride with you guys more often. I can't believe I could actually read on the go. You are embarrassing me, sir. I'm no special man. It's the Cadilla. Serge took a left turn and drove through the tiny streets of Jen. The city looked surprisingly clean and well-maintained. There was no sign of the destruction the city suffered during one of the heaviest battles of the Civil War. You're gonna have a whole horrible thing happen. You're gonna have... I don't like you. I don't like you. He's gonna have a whole scandal. Looks like the NFP mayors have really transformed the city. Was this abandoned warehouse? It was a rebel militia base. Interesting. The Black Battalion. Sorry to bring it up, may it never be spoken again. Stopped the car, went outside to hold our doors. Here we are, sirs. I hope you have a great day. Our Spideron decorated with the flags of Swordland. The comically large amount of flags almost fully enveloped the buildings around the plaza in maroon, white, and gold. At the entrance, Kazaro Kibner, the head of the NFP, was waiting for us in his iconic brown suit, watching the sky. Look at this fucking ass out. Piece of shit, so full of himself. How did this clown convince the PFJP to have trilateral talks with him anyway? I don't know. We should be cautious with him. Seeing us arrive, Kazaro approached us with a smile. Thank you for being here on this glorious day, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President. As the former mayor of Jen, it is an honor to welcome you to this fine city. Looks like you were a good mayor. Maybe we should think about running for local office again. It's good to be here. Thank you for organizing this. The representatives of the PFJP and Mr. Morgana have already inside the private meeting room. Hopefully we'll be finished. Shall we? He screamed at me. He ain't helping with shit. We entered the building and walked through a massive conference hall. We'll have the meeting here. Kazara opened the doors for us and we entered the meeting room. PFJP, Franz Richter and his deputy, Manoli Suhil, was already seated at the left side of the table. As soon as we entered, Nia came to greet us. After showing us seats, Kazara sat down next to his deputy, Remus Holstron. This is such a meaningful day. Thank you for coming here on behalf of your parties. But despite the festive atmosphere, we in the PFJP want to raise a few important concerns about the worrying state of affairs in Swordland. Kazara stopped for a moment to check his notes. Very worrying indeed. Mr. Richter and his analysts have been working on an analysis of the blood problem. As soon as they brought it up, we gave our support without reservations. The blood problem? Mr. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the analysis is about racism and radicalization in Swordland, and our main topic is the case of Urson v. Swordland. Don't try to spin it. I just want to point out that this analysis was focused mainly on topics related to the British people. Why are we discussing this on Victory Day? It seemed fitting. I really want to talk to them, but like, whatever. Let's get back on track. I want to give the word to Mr. Richter to explain the issue. Our analysis of the current tensions between the Bludish and Swordish population in Swordland displays a worrying picture. As much as I hate to say it, the threat of the Bludish Freedom Front is getting real again. The situation with Rumberg and Welland is very concerning. The increasingly discriminatory actions of the governor and Bergia are resulting in the radicalization of many young Bludish people. Stressingly, the number of radicals have increased significantly after Welland's Operation Bear Trap. I should also point out that the recruitment numbers of the BFF has increased significantly. That's correct. The reports show that 39 nearest sanctuaries in Bergia are now classified as red threats by the authorities. Many priests in the region are also suspected of having ties to the BFF. Village Harmony Bill would have crippled. As the threat that the BFS poses a direct one, this issue requires direct actions. I'm disappointed by the lack of fucking anything on your part. Why aren't you fixing the situation? I say, look at that. Look at that. Why do you think I'm not fixing it? Fuck off. I don't remember what he's even talking about. He's the one that wanted to fucking round up the... He wanted to round up the people with different colored skin is what he wanted to do. It would have raised the already high tensions. You did well by vetoing, Mr. President. Our suggestion is to finally enforce the official language of our country as stated in the Constitution. We are working on the Unified Language Act that is directly aimed at the breeding grounds of the Bluish Freedom Front. The breeding grounds. Good fun words. The police have infiltrated 32 BFF training grounds. By all the evidence, similar schools keep popping up. The so-called activists are constantly blocking Governor Braun's attempts to stop these schools, claiming he is attacking their right to language. You can't take away the Bluish people's right to be educated in their own language. It's insane. Please read the proposal carefully. It does not take away anyone's rights. It only gives the state a way to control the radicalization in these schools that teach Bluish nationalist propaganda. And according to the Constitution, the language of Swordsland is Swordish. If nothing is done here to enforce that, we are breaching the Constitution. This law simply enforces it. With all due respect, Mr. Kibner, this bill is not strong enough. The Bluish language should be completely banned. They should not even speak their language. It's disgusting. Speak English. You know, people like Miss Suhail and Miss Morgan will never even vote for your watered-down bill. Remus. True, it does not ban Bluish language or Bluish education. It will instead make Swordish mandatory to learn for everyone living in the country. This will only decrease the tensions in the long term. To a fair point, however, the wording of the bill is far too vague to work as intended. It gives the government too much power over educational institutes. You can still improve it. It is true that it gives more control, but it's a necessary compromise. I don't see how this helps with the situation. It doesn't, it's simple as that. The PFJP will not allow this bill to pass the Assembly. Let's not make statements that the party hasn't agreed on yet. Manoli looks furious. She opened her mouth to respond, then read the room and closed it again. As if the PFJP has the influence to change the outcome. Hey, liberals, stop infighting. Hey, liberals, pick a lane. You're embarrassing. If I may continue with our analysis. The situation is all connected to Rumburg, as everybody already knows. In the case of a future incursion, PFF forces in Swordsland can become an existential threat. Hey, let's not say that, though. It's not good to say that. So this is even more than you think, Mr. Richter. Yeah. It's great that we're aligned on that matter. We have to do something about it, because the reality is the secessionists are on the rise. Our analysis matches what the Ministry of Interior shared with us, but despite this fact, we believe the Ministry is hiding information from us, but it's actively fueling the tensions behind the scenes. As much as I now support a strict response against the BFF, we must also be coupled with the expansion of rights for the Bluish people. It's the only way to fight against radicalization. I think we should kill them all. What do you think about that? You're using soft language as a cover-up for your willingness to negotiate with terrorists. You are a BFF apologist, Mr. Richter. Please don't raise your voice, Mr. Hallstrom. Is the USP that desperate for Mr. Richter's support now? Yeah. Yes. Nobody else will. Mr. Vectron is the last person to sway the PFJP. What's that supposed to mean? Can we return to the topic? You heard the man. Please finish your point, Mr. Richter. We require your support for the more pressing matter. This might have very significant consequences for Bluish citizens and may serve as a dangerous trigger if we're not careful. She carefully placed several pieces of paper in front of her. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Minister, as you already know, there's a major Supreme Court case at the moment. Ishval Urson is suing the Governor Berja. There's that argument and the implications. Felix Braun, and consequently the very Constitution is under trial. The fact is he needs to be punished and the Constitution must be reviewed. I would say that we are already aware of this case. I was actively involved in this case because of the implications with the Constitution. There's no way the Supreme Court will agree with Ishval Urson on all the points. Not if all three parties of these simply support Urson together. We can put pressure on them and we only need them to agree on a few of those points. Is the NFP really willing to support Urson, Mr. Gibner? For peace and harmony in Swordland, yes, but perhaps we must clarify the details first. What are your plans and suggestions? The plan is to release a unified statement to the justices declaring our support for Urson and explaining why this is so important. The only good result will be if the Supreme Court reiterates the commitment to the Pillar of Unity and Solism. Despite previously being, I now completely understand why Swordland still needs Solism. We need unity more than ever. Article 6 is that unity. We do not need Solis unity. If the court reiterates the definition of sword in Article 6 as an all-encompassing term, they would be acknowledging that Urson and the others like him are indeed protected, which they are. It would be reversed, opening the way for Governor Braun's removal and the de-escalation of tensions. Doesn't that mean the existence of the British people is really not being acknowledged? Is that true? That is correct. What does the PFJP think? I personally somewhat agree with Mr. Kibner on this. However, our position as the PFJP is that Article 6 does indeed discriminate against non-swords, and having a positive outcome for this case alone doesn't suffice. We agree to come together in support of Ishval, but we believe our statement should include the acknowledgement of the inherent racism within the Constitution. We must use this opportunity to show the flaws in the Constitution. If the court agrees that there is in fact conflict, that it's going to listen to that. Besides, we do not agree with your inherent racism. We won't take part in that. That would make the statement look weak and disorganized. If there's no consistent strategy, I don't think it would work. I think I have enough information to be able to say what we have deep in the mud here. Peter laughed at his own joke attempt, but nobody else reacted. Well, I think the NFP's stance could do some good for the Blutish without provoking the establishment, but even that could be risky for the vote. It would be too radical for our party. I think it might be better to keep our administration out of this. I'm not sure if it's worth the risk right before the vote for our reforms, but the decision is yours. It's the only way to decrease tensions, and the Supreme Court can't afford to look hypocritical, so they'll have to take this all aside. Still admit this is defeating. Rumberg's situation demands extraordinary measures. As much as I don't agree with it, we are willing to compromise and join in, but if you're going to go this way, we still need to go our separate statement as party policy. Manoli was shaking in her seat in fury, but managed to keep herself silent. Jesus Christ, people. What do you suggest we do, Miss Morgana? I definitely do not agree with Mr. Kimner or Mr. Holstrand. I do not see Solemn's immunity working in reality. But I also have to say that pushing this position can have an effect on the outcome of the case. Mr. Hawker can agree with the traditional Solis interpretation after all. As long as our law enforcement forces are filled with anti-Blood officers, I don't believe the change on the ground will be so visible. How do you think the Supreme Court will react if we do it your way? I truly believe they will be convinced it's not against their ideology, and that is what Colonel Saul intended with the Constitution. It will be shooting them with their own guns. Just imagine all parties of the Assembly are reminding them of their duty with their own beloved Constitution. Mr. Hawker can't take that pressure. What do you think, Peter? I think that this is risky, Anton, but if it works, which it actually might, it could make a difference. If the courts really needs the pressure and accepts it, the lower courts will need to adhere to their interpretation. It might not get rid of legal discrimination, but it could at least decrease it. It's a real leap of faith. I think we're gonna do it. We'll argue that inherently discriminatory. We'll argue that British people are considered swords before the law, as Mr. Kimner suggested. Don't want to release a unified statement. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. That's great to hear. We'll get to work immediately after the celebrations. I don't like the sound of this. Neither do I. As much as it may be needed, this will only strengthen the Solism of the USP. We all know Sortis don't agree with Solis nationalism. We'll talk about that later. Sortis will have to listen to me this time. We all support the effort for the sake of a positive result. We appreciate all your comments, ladies and gentlemen, but now that the USP stance is clear, we should probably end the meeting here. Okay. Don't fucking explode, I guess. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Oh, I love when we make a decision and there's 10 news stories. That's like always fun. The Big Three unites against Governor Braun. That's like good. People like when we unite together. They like when their government does something. Nevertheless, we do not support the notion that, oh, that sounds good. President Rain meddles in the judiciary. Shut the fuck up. I'm so far away from the judiciary, you don't even know. WP condemns President Rain. The Workers' fucking Party of Bludia. Shut up. USP, NFP, and PFJ display their commitment to solarism. Yesterday's history celebration. We see the statement as merely an attempt to gain political leverage. Okay. An ideological chess game in Rika. I don't know you, and I can't know you because that's too much for me to know. Fuck off. Kazar Kidmer is preparing a bill which aims to unify Sortish education by making Sortish the only language accepted in educational institutions, excluding specific foreign language studies. Fuck off. Ooh, I can spend my own money. Spend a generous amount of money. Chief Strategist Luxian has prepared a well-planned lobbying effort in the parliament which would specifically sway on-fence MPs for the upcoming constitution vote. The plan includes lavish parties, gifts, and even some political favors. Should we go ahead with the plan? That looks like great. That looks like funny and great. I love when I spend my money and everything is good. It's like real fun. Ugh. I feel like just trusting that all will go well is real stupid, because it's not going to go well, because nothing goes well in this game. This will not go well, of course, because they'll be like, oh, you corrupt piece of shit, you disgusting corrupt piece of shit, lobbying asshole, fucking do it, don't care. Move on. Continue! Chapter 3, Victims of Changes. Why would you say that? Why would you put such a horrible name in the chapter? Why would you fucking say that, you son of a bitch? Victims of Changes? What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Oh. Okay. Heartbreaker, FC, Gelsard, Stone, back-to-back Lee. Yeah, don't care. World Ignite ignores the British plight. Don't care. Thuggish man shot after burning Agnolian flag. Oh, that sounds fun. Ooh, that's fun. Love when that happens. A call from Marcel Caranti. What do you fucking want now? The meeting was going to be about the ownership of the Big Four, the four largest companies in Swordland, Heart of Swordland, Burgess Steel, and the Swordfish State Corporation and Nedham Mining Group. And some of these companies were controlled in part or entirely by the state. The others were mostly or completely privatized. I had the power to change that. I want more money! Please! We are dying! What do you want? Greetings, Mr. President. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm Steve Buscemi. Let me try to remember. When was the last time we had a chat? I remember I was in Conrad when you refused my gracious offer. Shut up. I fucking hate you. Why did you call me? You probably know why I'm calling. It's because of the upcoming ownership meeting. But before we move on to that, I can't help but mention your tax hike, Mr. President. The increased taxes have been... Shut up! I hate you! I assure you, it's nothing we can't endure. Fortunately, we had to tighten our belts wherever we could. Get over it, move on. That way of thinking is correct, but you acted wrongly. This will only serve to damage our economy in the long run. Shut up and die. Out of goodwill, I will share a key piece of information. The Lotherberg Group has contingency plans if you decide to do anything rash that would disrupt their empires. Okay. You can't blame them, can you? Imagine someone trying to take your authority and personal wealth away without your consent. They will fucking deal with it. They will fucking deal with it. I don't see why we should be enemies. Exactly. If everyone plays their cards right, it will be all fine. Now, let's talk about those cards. Since the start of your campaign, you've wisely committed to a market economy. Judging by that, I'm sure you are looking into privatizing some of the companies that are currently state-owned. I'm sure you've been looking into that, haven't you? Privatizing both Nedham Mining Group and the Swordfish State Corporation would be in both of our interests. Considering buying stocks in both companies, I want money. One of the largest state-owned mining corporations in Eastern is the Nedham Mining Group. The large company is in Swordsland and it primarily operates in the Lorne and Berkshire regions, but also has limited operations well in Lisby and Magnolia. It started as a small family gold mining enterprise, but quickly rose to a large operation. It was nationalized in 1933 by President Tarquin Soul under the National Autarky Plan. The largest extracted resources are coal, gold, and diamonds. And founded in 1891, the Sora State Corporation is the main government corporation that is tasked with running. Okay, yeah. Efficiency seems to have dropped due to the recession and the somehow corrupt management structure. You know, they may not be a bad one to privatize. They're the ones getting all fucking corrupt because of all the state running of it. Fucking throw them to the wolves, have them figure it out. I might do that. Privatizing both. Think about it this way, it's another step forward in strengthening our economy. Please at least think about it. I want money. I'll be blunt. Mr. Tusk is unfit to be the spokesperson for the Lutherberg Group. His archaic thinking has only preserved a status quo that benefits himself and precious few others. It is high time something changed. I see where this is going. I want him gone. I want him dead. Kill him. Me. A win-win situation. If you promise me a majority of shares from the privatization, he would lose considerable power, which means I could take over. If I take over with your help, I'll be forever indebted to you and support you in all your goals, be they re-election or something more. Something more? What would something more be, Mr. Buscemi? How does that sound? Does that sound like some fucking fun shit? I'll have to think about it. Just think about it's all I'm asking. Well then, I've taken up enough of your time today. This has been a productive call. Thank you for your time, Mr. President. Goodbye, Mr. Caranti. Fun. I love the back rooms. I love the smoke-filled rooms. Supreme Court holds Governor Braun accountable, and a groundbreaking Supreme Court has charged Governor Braun for his implementation of the divisive resettlement order. Huh? Is this good news? Did the Supreme Court do a good thing? Reinforces the principle that equality and justice must prevail, even at the highest levels of power. It's possible? What? Well, the court ruled in favor of Ishval Erson's argument regarding discrimination and rightfully recognized that the Constitution already guarantees equal rights for all, rejecting his arguments about the conflicts with the Constitution. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know there could be good news. Expresses outrage and demands meaningful reform. Yeah, I'm sure you guys hate it. Here's the thing. There's only so much I can do. I'll get to you eventually. I'm just delaying your justice a little bit. Okay, it's just a little bit. Condemn President Reign. Shut up. Arcasian Canoli Relations, a fresh chapter. There's a lot of people talking that are not me. Earliest this week, held a meeting in which Joseph voiced his concerns about the administration. I hate him so much. As it demonstrates the leadership that Swordsland needs, both domestically and abroad, this is a time for a new person, and the sooner the better. The fate of our republic demands. You can't say that! You can't say that! Today, the Supreme Court has charged Governor Braun for enacting the resettlement order, which discriminated against swords of different blood. As for the replacement, and the extraordinary terms to this, the deputy governor shall assume duty until the end of the term. There are mixed reactions from the public, with some applauding the decision to hold the governor accountable, while others remain skeptical. Very fun. My military is going to fucking overthrow me. That's exactly what's going to happen. Lucian scheduled some time with me to discuss the potential political repercussions of the upcoming economy meeting. He arrived on time as usual and took his seat right across from me. Good morning. He had dark circles. The plethora of political developments must have been weighing on a workaholic like him. Getting enough sleep? I'm trying to, sir. Very well. I booked some of your time to pre-plan for today's meeting in the Ministry of Economy. Before going into the economic direction, I want to give you a short status update. After you, Mr. Kivner, made your statement in support of Solace Constitutional, the Supreme Court prioritized the case and quickly announced a verdict. It was very clever of you to use Solacism against them. They couldn't afford to look like hypocrites, so they must have moved on it very quickly. The court ruled that Felix Braun is to be relieved from his position as governor for abusing his powers to discriminate against Swedish citizens. He's banned from serving in any political positions in the future and will be charged with a fine of 5 million Swordfish Rand. Yay! Are to be ruled unconstitutional and have been revoked. However, the court has also rejected Urson's arguments about the Constitution, ruling that all citizens of Swordsland are swords regardless of ethnicity and are completely equal before the law. The results received a mixed response from the political community. Activists, radicals, and BF sympathizers have condemned the ruling. However, the majority seem to recognize that justice has been served. So let you know this good news, Bridget will finally be free from Governor Braun's racist rule. See the bad side, maybe Saul wasn't so wrong about his policies. Yeah, whatever or not. I agree. There's one more important detail. The seat of Governor Berger must be filled. Normally, the president appoints the governor of the special zone directly. I'm afraid, despite Miss Morgana's protest, the court decided to take a completely different route on this. Mr. Hawker argued that a premature departure of a governor during their term is an exceptional case. They ruled that the deputy of Governor Braun will assume his duty until the end of the term. Mr. Kibner might have played you, unfortunately. The deputy in question, Mr. Kroll, is a member of the NFP. I'm afraid the court delivered Berger straight to the NFP hands. Whatever. Screw him, screw his whole system's broken. Fuck him. She should have seen this coming. She's a competent woman, but she keeps underestimating the old guard. Her naive idealism gets the better of her at times. Luckily, Mr. Kroll will not be able to resume any of the predecessor's unconstitutional activities. Of course, giving such a powerful position to a far-right nationalist is still very concerning. Luckily, Miss Graff is already working on the revocation of the special zone in Berger. We may still be able to get rid of Mr. Kroll. Well, I'm glad I went with that direction. Fuck. If I had gone with Miss Morgana, we would have been fucked there. Good thinking on Mr. President Rain, then, wasn't it? However, there might be a problem with the timing. It would likely be ready after the vote for the amendments. If the vote succeeds as you've been working for it, we'd be removing all your authority to enact presidential decrees. I'm afraid you won't be able to enact this change without the approval of the Assembly in that scenario. It is what it is. It will be very hard to convince them to revoke the special zone, but with Mr. Braun, an important fundraiser for the USP gone, the party may be willing to move against Governor Kroll. That's how it works, man. That's how it fucking works. If you want to get more democratic, it fucking sucks. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Of course, sir. For now, let's return back to the real reason we're here, our economic direction. We need to be cautious. Any grand plans about the economy also heavily influence our political standing. We should be changing our relationship with the old guard, the oligarchs, and the opposition. As you know, this meeting will give you the opportunity to alter the ownership of the Big Four, the largest corporations in all of Swordland. We can start the process of nationalization or privatization, or we can just keep the status quo. Again, I remind you that any change will tip an already fragile balance. I personally think we should stay out of this and keep things as they are. There's no need to make new political enemies at this stage in our term. But I need money. I don't want to privatize both of them, though. I like the idea of privatizing one of them, specifically the SSP, because they're already fucking shit. So throw them away, make money. We all win. You see this? You see this path, Lucian? You see what I'm saying? He says, no, I don't. Privatize them all or privatize nothing. You can do it. With the West, we need priorities. Priorities will help bring our... All guys are powerful, they might aid us. Truth be told, I don't care what anyone thinks or says. I'll do what I believe in. I want the recession to go away. That may be true, but taking everything out of state hands may have dire repercussions in a country like ours. We need to think about this carefully. One thing to remember is that since you've been transparent about promoting our market economy, privatization will not cost us much support. I received a report from the Ministry of Economy that may impact your decision. Unfortunately, we have missed our government budget targets for the current quarter. The plan to change the ownership of important assets could help us generate much-needed resources to further improve economic development for the next election. as is our relationship with the oligarchs. We need to remember that they only care about their own profits. Unfortunately, we aren't on good terms with them. The situation's been obstructing some of our efforts in the economic recovery. However, if we implemented privacy, they would surely be delighted. Still, we need to make sure that we don't go overboard with it. If we do, we might lose our base both in the USP and among the people. That's what I'm saying. If we privatize only a bit, we might be able to get through it unscathed. That would be a wise compromise. Some of my connections indicate that there seems to be a contest for leadership in the Lotharbrook group. Looks like Marcel Caronte is making moves to become the key figure. Caronte probably wants his father's seat as the head of the group, and Tuss doesn't want to let go of it. It's a significant power struggle considering these are the heads of Sworland's two largest private corporations. If we over-prioritize, it could result in balance tipping to one side. They'd fight over buying up shares and cause chaos. You need to be decisive in your follow-up action. Did Marcel Tuss contact you? Yes. What did he ask for? He wanted to make a deal to leave HOS untouched. Is that what he said? Heart of Sworland Conglomerate. That's exactly what he said. And then I said I'd think about it. Very well. Was that all he wanted? Asking me a lot of information. He's the chief strategist, though. Makes sense. He also wants me to do that, as I expected. This internal conflict among the oligarchs puts us in an interesting position. Our relationship with Walter Tuss hasn't been good so far. Any move we make now has to be calculated and thought through. Very well then, it's almost time. I think it would be a stupid idea to keep information away from your chief strategist. If he's a bastard, that sucks. But we must trust that he's cool. If he's not cool, then I don't know. There's nothing I can do. I must get back to work now. See you at the next meeting. Thank you for your time, sir. Alright. Let's see. What news do we have? Joint drills at Earlery Air Base. We're being friends with other people. It's cool. Increased support for British rights outside of Bergia. Very cool. Herbert Kroll. What a fucking Nazi name. You can just tell he's no good. Herbert Kroll. I don't think Kroll should be a last name. It's no good. Having previously served as Bronze Deputy, Kroll brings valuable experience and an understanding of the unique challenges. Yes. Condemns the Supreme Court. Walker's capitalism versus Devereaux's reform. Marquesian capitalism. Tension keeps rising in the Marquian Sea. Stop, please. I beg of thee. Stop that. All right. I'm just about at time, so I think I might end it here. Slightly early, but I can do it here before I get into another scene. So, the economy is still in danger. We have less budget than we've ever had. There's been some good news. It's not all been bad. Education's getting better. That's nice. Healthcare's getting better. We still haven't voted on the big thing. I feel like we're definitely going to lose that. It just feels right. It just feels right to lose. I just expect loss. And so that's, I can't imagine anything else. Sucks. But we'll see, I guess. But alright. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 10. I don't remember if anything had been put on the schedule. I think there was tentatively Alex was going to do something Tuesday, but I don't know what. Thursday, I remember we were going to do Warframe because there's going to be a new update, so there'll be fun new things for us to do. The will have like one little funny thing. It's not crushing defeat, okay? Nobody has fucking lost yet. It just feels like it, but we're going to win. And then, I don't remember what was Saturday. I don't remember if anything's been put Saturday. I only know of Warframe next week. But we play many things. So if you enjoyed this, enjoy us again some other time. Now get the fuck out of my computer. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Go to the lobby. Run! Run to the lobby! Run! There's fire!